I have the largest seashell collection in the world. I keep it spread out at beaches all over the world. Maybe you've seen it?
I think I've seen it.
No.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Gang, baby. Happy
Man,
Friday. Thanks for
love
fucking tuning in. We got our little fucking bug friend here hanging out.
Yeah.
He's super, what do you call it?
Dead.
Taxidermied. But anyways, motherfuckers, I'm Sal's the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
And this is the 4G Audio Podcast, your grandma's favorite podcast. Don't forget to tune in every motherfucking Friday, 8 p.m. Almost said 7 p.m. 8 p.m. 7 p.m. somewhere where other people live, but 8 p.m. Friday night, every fucking Friday. Anyways, tonight, our special guest, it's been a fucking long time coming actually, but fucking Razzonnator in the building.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thanks for coming out, man.
Thank you for having me, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, fucking right, Matt. So thanks for coming through, but something that I want to jump to right away, because you had mentioned it too, and I was like gonna ask, but the name Razzonnator. Tell us about it.
So yeah, a lot of people might get a little confused because I've changed my name to Razzonnator. Reason being because there's a lot of artists on Spotify that has that name, and so I just wanted to stand out so people could find me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and like Razzonnator, because what a resonator resonates, makes noise. So I'm like
Right.
Razzonnator. I'm just, and my last name, La Framboise,
Okay.
is the
Strawberries?
raspberry.
Oh, raspberry.
The raspberry.
Sorry,
So I just figured, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Just
Yeah,
rock your family name in a hip way, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
Fuck,
and just,
That's
I don't know.
awesome.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to get picked on a lot by a few kids just because of that name. Man, kids were
Raspberry.
mean, man.
Yeah, for
kids
sure,
were
man.
mean,
as
man.
fuck back
Oh,
then.
for
Kids
sure,
were
man.
I used to get picked on and jumped on by this kid for no fucking reason, and so yeah, I just figured, why the fuck not? Rock it, you know?
You're owning
It's your
it,
name.
man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Right. Own that shit.
And it's cool though. I forget who it was though. Somebody like literally, it was either just whenever we were chilling with Bully, or it was shout out Bully Zone, by the way. So it was either then or it was just like last night or something. But somebody had mentioned somebody's last name, and it was a fucking fruit as well. So whenever you
think it
said
was
that, I was like,
today.
holy shit! I just can't remember what the fuck it was. But-
Pomainville.
Maybe. And it's funny because now that you say that in a totally different scenario this week as well, one of my buddies was like, oh yeah, he's like, have you ever met Pum before? And I was like, and I was like, what? And he's like, oh, it's Pat Pum or something. And I was like, what? He's like, oh, he's like the French guy I work with. I'm like, no. So then he kept calling him Pum, so maybe it is fucking
That's probably or Merlot.
I'm not I'm bad with the
Yeah.
French.
Yeah, it's
But yeah, so that's cool that you like owned it like that too. And then even too, you had to like, just like you said, you had to decipher yourself from the other people.
Mm.
But any relation to Timinator?
no,
Yeah.
No? What about to the Terminator?
no.
No, okay.
No.
Just checking. You guys got the nader, you know, at the end.
I just figured, why not?
I'm just
Nader
joking.
family.
That's actually, I stole that joke from B Show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I know it's perfect. Perfect
So you
time
want another drink,
to
man?
lead into it.
Please.
You want a beer or a tea?
Nah, tea, please.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
there's
try. Hell yeah.
oh man, you know what? There's a fucking raspberry.
Wow. On the house.
They're
There's the
meant to
raspberry,
be.
but there's,
Perfect time.
another
Right on.
raspberry, sorry. Just
Cool.
a plain iced tea.
Ah.
And then there's one more.
Yeah.
Oh.
Peach is
Yeah.
always
Georgia
good, but
That's hilarious. I was like, oh, it's
Georgia
raspberry.
peach.
That's hilarious. Oh shit, man.
It happens.
Anyway, so one thing I want to say too was that I noticed, because we were supposed to have you on before, and I noticed that when I like tried to look you up and stuff, I was like, fuck, there's really not a lot. Like you got like a little bit on SoundCloud, right?
Yeah.
But then there's not like a whole lot. You got like a few little videos and shit on your Instagram, right? Where you're just like singing or like rapping or whatever.
Mhm.
But not a whole lot out there.
No.
So there wasn't a whole lot to go on, but I do know that we did see you at shows before, like Bourbon Room. Did you play it at the Radio Onyx?
Radio Onyx. When was that?
At it would have been I don't know,
A couple years
2 years
back,
ago. Yeah,
Yeah, probably 2019.
it was. You know what? It was
I
February
think so.
15th, 2019. I think.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, but anyways, no. I remember seeing you a few places. Like I was saying to these guys, I was like, yeah, I remember seeing him perform a couple times. Because
Definitely the Bourbon Room back in 2017.
okay.
If you guys.
Oh shit! I
remember
don't know if
the
that was.
Could have been
Music and Medicine tour.
No.
No.
Dre's son did the Canada tour.
Oh really?
Yeah. And he
Oh,
was in
no.
Ottawa. So I did Ottawa, then Montreal, then Toronto.
Okay, maybe I'm
Oh,
thinking of a different guy.
Somewhere around
But
Montreal.
did you play at Bourbon Room a few times?
Once or twice.
None of that.
Once or twice. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Yeah. No. Maybe I'm confusing with
And,
somebody else. But I just remember that it was always the fucking. It was like fast, fucking lyrical, like spitting, like old school type shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot to fucking find
Yeah.
about you. But why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I mean, I've
So what are you-
always-
No, go ahead, man.
Oh, sorry. No.
No, it's my bad.
I've always been a hardcore fan of hip hop, really, since I mean, I was probably 10 or 11 when I started listening to it, and back then,
What was the first shit you like started listening to in hip hop?
back then it was all about 50 Cent, Obi Trice, Chingy, Ludacris, Eminem, D12.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's
like
Yeah.
2003, 4, and then I
So-
remember in 7th grade, this one kid just came over with his MP3 player, and he lends me an earbud, and Ghetto Gospel was playing by
Yeah,
Tupac,
yeah.
and that's when I fell in love with Tupac, and I just dug into it like crazy. I had
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have almost all of his
Is that
albums
like
on CD.
the Eminem's
Sick.
produced version of Ghetto Gospel?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
On,
Yes, I think it's a feature with Elton John that sings the chorus. I think.
Facts. Yeah. Good question too, because I had that
Yeah, that's right. I
And
knew one of
actually-
you guys had that
I
album.
didn't even know for the longest time, and then I think either someone told me, like I didn't know Eminem did it, so either someone told me or maybe I read it in the thing, but I was like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, that's crazy. Like it was beyond me to like see that. It was like no way. But then I
Yeah.
found out. That's it. He actually gives the fucking speech in it, like Eminem
Oh yeah,
says
yeah.
some shit. But I guess what he did was he gave all the money goes to fucking Tupac's mom and shit.
Fini,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah, and Tupac or the Shakur Foundation or something like that.
Sorry, we cut you off to talk about it, but but no, that was a good album though
Okay.
too.
Yeah, no, all of them. Better Days was pretty good. My favorite that stuck out the most was Me Against the World. That was
Yeah.
probably the
Yeah.
best for me,
Yeah,
for sure. All Eyes on Me. Yep.
yeah.
Big
So
fan.
is that when you like? So you're saying Buddy came over with the MPC and shit? Was that whenever you started rapping, or was that when you just like started getting right into like listening to rap?
Honestly, I didn't start well. So at 14, my stepbrother introduced me to this software called Fruity Loops.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same with me.
And that's where it all started for me. Honestly, I was fucking around with FL, and I was really good at it. Well, at first, not so
wasn't.
much, but I developed I don't know, a creative side
Yeah.
with that type of stuff, and I don't know. Like the second he told me about it, that you can make fucking music on a computer, I was like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, where was I? Like.
Yeah.
So I got right into it, and just haven't really stopped. I guess. Well, yeah. I haven't stopped, man.
Yeah.
I make beats on.
Get
like-
the what is it? Razzie Beats.
yeah,
Gang,
Razzie
gang?
beats.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
So do you make all your own beats, or do you still outsource sometimes too?
Kin on the beat?
Oh, Kin,
has
yeah.
made a few.
Shout out Kid on the Beat,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Gang, gang. Yeah.
But no, for the most part, it's all made by yours and only.
Yeah,
man,
that's
yeah.
sick, man.
And I've subscribed to Splice.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
a sample. You can download samples and fuck around, do whatever you want. So
Yeah.
I took a liking to just completely changing and chopping up samples and making them sound like
Yeah, I do the same, man. That's like
Yeah.
I can spend hours doing
Yeah.
the same thing, just like finding
And,
dope samples and like chopping it up. And
yeah. And a couple of years ago, I bought turntables and
That's
I was
one
into
thing.
the vinyl stuff and sampling stuff that was like completely unknown, like just random orchestral bands
Yeah.
from the 60s that made
Orchestral,
elevator
I like
music that nobody knows of.
Yeah.
And there's this one record I bought at, I think it was what's the name of that store on Bank?
I know. It's funny because I knew you were going this way.
Bird Sound. Sound?
Birdman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birdman Music or
So-
something. There. Yeah.
I bought a record from there for like $2.
Is that one that's right by the fucking? It used to be the weed shop. Fucking crosstown traffic.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it for $2, and I get home, I look at the vinyl, and there's a little piece of tape on the vinyl that's written Pat on it, which is my name. So I'm like,
Oh shit!
so I've sampled a couple of
It's meant to
sounds
be.
from that vinyl, and yeah, I've made some pretty fucking dope shit with it, actually. Yeah, for sure.
Well, and also too, I'm glad you brought up the fucking the vinyl thing, was because that's the one thing I noticed was, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot to find about you, but I did go through your Instagram, like little clips and like shit like that, and there was the one where is the Barry White one.
Benny King, or there was a
and you
Barry
got
White
the
one.
fucking. I
Yeah.
just saw the vinyl turning and shit, and like the beat and stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, that's sick." I'm like, it's because, like I said, I already got that like old school like boom bap kind of lyrical vibe from you, and that's like that. What do you call it? The sampling, like style, right? So whenever I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay, this guy isn't just like, punching buttons. Nothing against that. Sorry, but I just mean that you see where it comes from, right? Like you are sampling shit yourself instead of just like giving the samples you're given or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's cool because that takes an ear for music.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? Like, yeah.
Have you been producing?
I do not fucking produce any beats.
yourself?
I
No,
made a beat
that's
once on
this guy
Fruity
over
Loops.
here.
You're a producer.
That's this
yeah,
guy.
I
Yeah.
do all the producing, and I spent a year in music production and engineering.
Yay! That's where I hear that.
That's awesome, man.
That's where I hear that. Yeah, right. But not in I didn't like not in a like sarcastic way. Like that's. I also shout out fucking what's it called?
I don't know.
Tara?
Tara. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Shout out Tara.
The Audio Recording Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shit.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
But, whenever I sample from a vinyl, I try to make it sound as different and unique as possible, change the pitch and everything. And then I add my own drum sounds and layer with different sounds and basses. And it's fun.
It's a
really
good
fun.
creative process.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't have patience.
therapeutic almost.
Man. Oh, yeah. I could spend hours sometimes. Crazy. Yeah, I love it.
Sorry, I'm just sending the link to a buddy. I just realized I forgot to send it to him.
Are you working on any projects right now?
There is this one new song that I'm writing called Mad World, and I'm gonna finish it, finish writing it
Soon, yeah.
and get to recording as soon as
Nice.
I can. But I do have some future releases on my Spotify in December until December 17th. So I have a couple of future releases coming out for the next couple of weeks,
You already have it planned out.
and I plan on
Like it's already
it's
already
all
done and it's
scheduled.
just scheduled. Yeah. Okay. That's
Nice.
that's very calculated.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, it's all shit that I've recorded from like 2020, so I've never done anything. I've never released it. I released it on SoundCloud,
Yeah.
right? But I've never really thought about. At first, I haven't really put any thought into, monetizing it.
Right.
So, sorry.
Yeah, we're all fucking with
Fixing
shit.
No, Kin told me to get a SoCan
Yep.
account and all that.
Yeah,
And, monetize your things, and so I did it. And I think it was in May of this year that I finally started releasing stuff on Apple Music, Spotify.
Okay.
Nice.
So Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So you say you have a couple things coming out.
So basically, like a mixture of like instrumentals and songs.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you're like really working on the beat thing, like the Razzie beats and the fucking Razzonnator music as well.
I enjoy doing like solely instrumentals,
Yeah.
just like I enjoy writing songs, and it all depends on the mood
Yeah.
that sets in.
That's sick
whenever I
though, because
create
like I said, it's really like you can tell too, like you're like a got an ear for music or whatever, right? Or like you love it, you're passionate, right?
And you know, like you said, you know, like how like it's hard to find anything on me, and like yeah, you're right about that. Like,
I was just gonna straight up ask in some shit, just be like, hey, like, okay, tell me some shit, but I was like, I don't want to like, you know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like so on some like what's it, Nardwar type shit. But sorry, go ahead.
all good, man. But yeah, no, I honestly I should be more consistent. But yeah.
Oh no offense.
Life, man.
Yeah,
Life.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
life happens, man. It's true.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
What?
A lot of things has been happening lately.
Yeah.
Last couple of months, you know, like
Yeah.
You ever think about focusing? I mean, like if you do have a hard time, like, cause I found the same thing. Like I would work on a lot of music and like write a lot of like songs and shit, but I would never finish anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I find it's like helpful to focus on like just making beats or just writing and having other people make the beats and produce it and, you know, make the shit for you, but you can just focus on writing and like getting, you know, songs written as opposed to doing everything and wearing too many hats, because then like nothing ever seems to get finished. You know?
Yeah.
It's true.
That's just my experience.
Yeah, no, it's true, and it's for me personally, I find like just sitting in front of the computer and doing the sampling and the drums and whatever, and creating something from scratch. Yeah, there's definitely an enjoyment out of it, and I don't know, the people around me seem to be enjoying it. So that's the main thing. As long as I have, you know, like
You're hitting the mark.
I'm thankful for my listeners, honestly. Like, I know I'm not popping, but hey, man, I do have people listening out there. I have people from the Netherlands,
nice.
Russia, Taiwan, United States.
Holy shit.
So, I looked at the demographics the other day. I was like, what?
Shout out Russia and Taiwan.
Real talk, man. Seriously. And I think there was Singapore in that list, too. Like, there's
Holy
a couple
shit.
of countries. Yeah, man. So, at least there's people out there that are checking my shit out and be like, man, this dude ain't that bad. So that's pretty cool, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, and I always say too, it's like it seems like sometimes other countries or like other places take to our music the same way as like we might take to their music, just because it's different. And like even say like right now in the UK, drill's really big in the UK. Well, like that started in the States, right? Well, sorry, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it started in the States. And they're copying us, right? Because they hear it and they're like, yo, that's sick because it's different than what we're doing, right? So I always say, like, even Aaron Cohen, shout out Aaron Cohen, but he said like he ended up like being like fairly popping in like fucking Europe or whatever. Like I think it was like France maybe specifically. And like he went over there and like this guy said, come over here. And like I'll hook you up with whatever, right? So whenever they landed, they like went and made a song in the studio, and then they like left. And he was like, "We gotta go like shoot the video." And like had it all set up to have like people here and stuff, and like shot the video. But my point is, they took him like so serious because they loved his shit, right? Because they're from this other place. So all these people over there were like, "Yo, that's sick," and he wasn't like so much popping at the time over here. So I always say that kind of a running fucking thing is like it's sometimes, man, it's other fucking countries and shit that love your shit.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Yeah, because even too, I forget who it was. I think it might have been Bully, but somebody was telling us about their numbers and shit, and they had like crazy numbers in like I don't remember exactly, but like Ukraine or something, right? Like just like some weird fucking country or whatever, and it's like, yo, that's crazy, man. Like it's like they just see it like or hear it that way, right? Actually, I saw this fucking documentary on this Russian fucking rapper. He's like name's Popek, Popek.
Is he like a controversial Russian rapper?
Yeah, well,
I
probably.
think
He's like a big dude, and he's got like scars and shit on his face that he like got cut into his face,
Crazy.
and like they were like, "Why'd you do that?" He's like, "I just had a voice in my head that was just like, cut your face, cut your face, cut your face," and he's like,
So
I
he's,
guess.
like, schizophrenic.
And he said that, he goes, I guess I have two personalities or whatever, right? And he said, like, they were saying, like, the guy says, he's like, I see like a very like soft, gentle, like big man, but then on the other side, I see like this crazy fucked up dude, right? And he's like, I see like two different sides of this guy, right? So he's like, I see how he is. So he brings that up to the guy, and the guy says, he goes, well, he's like, I picture myself with roses in my left hand and a Kalashnikov in my right. So he's like, you know, like sweet on one side and fucking like killer on the other. But like I say, he's got his eyeballs tattooed and shit. And like they cut like big scars in his face and shit. And like not even a design or anything. Like it's just looks like big like dagger marks or something. But he tells all these stories to this guy within the first like 10 minutes of this fucking show. And then like he's like, okay, yeah, we're going to the studio or some shit, right? And then they just show the car. He's got like a nice Mercedes. They just show it like driving down the road, but it's like bah, bah, whatever. And he's like, somehow after like him telling me all these stories, he like still got me into his car. He's like, I don't know how I found myself driving down the road with this guy. The guy's scared in the back seat. He's like, where are we going? He's like, oh, we got to go here and there, whatever. He's like, how far is that? Like 4.5 hours, but we'll make it in 3. You just see the guy in the back seat like, what? He's like, I thought it was close, like shit. But yeah, how that relates, I'm not even fucking sure. Oh, but no, but like the thing is he picked up this like drill and like this fucking like trap fucking shit from the States, and he's like trying to imitate it. But the funny thing is it actually is a mirror thing to me, because I'm like, I look at it as like a North American, and I look at his shit and I'm like, I feel like his copy of that is more valuable to me, or not valuable, but more entertaining to me, you know? So it's like, he just took it, put his like Russian spin on it or whatever, and then comes back and it's now more interesting to me than the fucking, that same type of music here or whatever. So it's like I said, it's just like something different, right?
Yeah.
You hear something different, like, oh, it's cool. And even just his attitude is like, way fucked up and like different than anything here, right? He's like almost like the 6ix9ine of Russia, I would say, right? Like, it's just like, why are you doing these things? Like, but anyways, but no, that's cool though. So what's your biggest numbers then? Not what's your biggest numbers, but where are your biggest numbers?
Canada.
Okay, sure. Yeah. No, I just thought maybe because you said Russia at first, so I was just like, maybe like that's like the big spot, like, you know, it just hits right there. Right? Pardon?
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty cool. But you were saying like how we appreciate styles from the other side of the planet, and I was just thinking, man, I have this one instrumental that I could really get UK rappers spitting on, like fast bars.
Yeah.
So if there's any UK people that are watching, I don't know, maybe like,
yeah, if anything, they're listening.
yeah.
Right. Just no, I only say that just
We've
because
had people tune in from
Uruguay or something.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah, they had that was right on live too.
Yeah,
but
that was that one.
But our numbers, we looked at our numbers one time, and this is probably a while ago now, but our fucking stream, or like
analytics.
the analytics, but for the audio, when it goes to like Spotify and Apple and all that shit, and they're like, basically, I don't have the answer for this at the end of this story, but there was one that was like, that stuck out. I think it was Spain, maybe.
I think
actually, I think it was Spain, but like Spain was like one of the bigger like numbers or whatever. But I only say that because I'm saying that was on the audio, not on YouTube. So that's why I say they're probably listening, not watching.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I basically took away from the actual thing is that if there's any people from Europe listening, this guy's got a beat for you. Razzonnator, Razzie Beats.
From around the world, man. If anybody wants to collab or whatever, man, let's go.
Looking right, Spain,
up.
Real artists,
Uruguay.
You know?
Yeah.
Serious inquiries only.
I mean,
Yeah.
people that embody the spirit of hip hop, and not just people that are trying to make hip hop.
Yeah,
I
shout out
think-
aspects.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nice. You know, like you really have to have that. You really have to have that embodiment and understanding of where this genre of music came from to really appreciate it. You know, you can't. And like
That's why I like how you use the vinyl and the samples and the shit.
yeah, and
so-
that too. And peace, love, unity, and having fun. You know, these are the 4 elements of hip hop. And if you
Yeah.
don't go by that,
like
then
that.
what the fuck are you doing? You know,
Yeah.
right now, hip hop is a what is it, like a $20 billion industry right now?
Oh man, yeah.
And the like, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but the mainstream stuff, like, is sometimes it's just, I find it's not leading younger minds into the right direction.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't fuck with most people. I mean, and it's not because I'm hating on anybody.
No, no.
It's just because I want to fuck with artists that are hip hop, not people that are trying to make hip hop and trying to be famous and rich, and you know, people that are just talking about the fucking fucked shit out there, like drugs, bitches, and you know, shit. The same repetitiveness. I can't fuck with that. I can't get down with that. It's not because, and you know, you do you. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying stop what you're doing. You do you. If that's what makes you happy, by all means, don't stop. But
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm behind it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And yeah, that's why I'm not out there, and that's why you don't hear a lot about me. It's because I don't know. I don't fit in, you know,
Yeah.
with that.
No face like Logic. He's like, I don't fuck with anybody.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Seriously,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't fuck with anybody
What-
because
Like, here's my thing: is I do fuck with a lot of the new music and shit. Like, I got like Lil TJ and like A Boogie with the Hoodie, and like actually I don't mind a couple fucking 6ix9ine songs and like shit like this.
Me too.
But and I'm like on the
But-
same side where I'm like, yo, this isn't like, you guys are like fucking this shit up. But at the same time, I look at it also as like, you know, like I said, I still listen to it, so I'm kind of like, okay, whatever. But just something that I think of is that it's like, it's almost like it's not right for me, but it's like right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
happening
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. For
So
sure.
like kind of like Dance in the Rain, like we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna like, okay, I don't mind this, like Island Boys, you know,
Yeah.
like just like certain things just hit me a certain way, and I'm like, yo, that's cat. Like I have that
Tickles
stuck in
you.
my head now, yeah. And like even there's a song, Young Lean or whatever. I just watched a documentary about him, and it's this song. I forget what it is, but he says, "Get my balls licked by a Zoe Deschanel look-alike coke addict. Razor blades on my." Anyways, but it's. I hear it and I'm like, this is so like. There's like two sounds in the beat. It's very drony. His
Mhm.
voice is very like little pee type, like emo type shit.
Okay.
So I hear it and I'm like, it's like, I don't see how this like pop so much at that time, you know? I'm like, this is weird. But then like 20 minutes later, when I'm not listening to the song, I'm like, getting my balls licked by so, you know? And I'm just like, oh my God, man, like shit. But so yeah, so what I'm getting at is sometimes it just, I like it, I vibe with it, whatever. But at the same time, like, I still like stand back and go, you're not doing it right though. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I
like,
understand what you mean too. It rubs off on you, right?
yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, that's,
And again, I don't hate anybody that's doing hip hop. I don't hate Travis Scott, even though whatever
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
I still don't hate Travis Scott. I don't hate Lil Nas X. I don't hate Cardi B. I don't hate anybody. I'm happy that people are doing something that they enjoy and
Yeah.
are prosperous from it. Good for them. Like, that's all the power to them, man.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think too. It is even this young lean guy I'm talking about. I'm only talking about him because I just watched this documentary. But
Mm.
but if you think about him, like there was these chicks like doing interviews and shit after the shows and stuff, being like, "Yo, this guy like changed my life and shit." Like this one chick was like, "I listen to his music every day, and that's what saves my fucking life or whatever,"
Yeah.
and shit like that, right? So like, it's like how can you stop them from doing a good thing for themselves and people, right? Like they
exactly, man.
you know,
there's
they feel accomplishment, and then they also have somebody being like, that helped me, you know?
Yeah, man.
So it's like, I don't want to, like you said, I'm not a hater or nothing, but at the same time, it's like,
It's
like
yo, like we need.
don't call
to
them a rapper
guide-
then, right?
We need to guide these kids on the right path. That's all
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
saying, really.
And on top of it, too, you're talking about the drugs and shit. The reason why I found this Young Lean documentary is because I was watching fucking documentaries about lean itself.
Oh, shit.
And fucking like that whole like glorifying the drug thing, because what they say too about the, like, this was like Kasky, you know Kasky?
No.
It's like a white rapper from not Los Angeles, but like from California and shit, I think. Or no, he's actually from Florida. But he's like all tatted up, whatever. Anyway, so I actually fuck with him. I used to listen to him and shit like steady. But anyways, he was in the documentary, and what they were all talking about was that like lean, because like now it's also like way so expensive, right? And it's almost like a status symbol.
Mhm.
So like what Kasky was saying, he's like, yo, we're chilling in the studio right now. They're on a couch like in the studio. He's like, we're in the studio right now. And like before this, they showed a video or like a clip of them all standing around a grand piano in the studio, and this guy pulls out a fucking bottle of lean, and he like pops the fucking seal on it, and everyone's like, yeah, like it was a bottle of champagne and shit. And he goes around, and he pours it in everyone's cup, and the guy goes, he's like, are you usually this fucking generous with your lean? He goes, and everyone's like, no, it's just because you guys are here, right? So then now fast forward to where they're having the interview with fucking Kasky. It wasn't him who opened the bottle, it was this other dude. So Kasky fucking, he's on the couch with this guy doing the interview, and he goes, like, man, he goes, let's say he's like, that guy pulls up and he pulls out a bottle. He's like, there's a chance that none of us in this studio right now have lean. So to him, he's like, or to us, he's like the king. He like makes the rules, you know? He's got the gold type thing, you know? And so it's like, cause say like booze, like you can just buy booze at the store, but like lean, like you can't just go and get it, right? So it's so expensive. So then they look at it as a status symbol. So what they're saying is that people like us watching them do it, we also look at it that way too, right? Whether we want to say it or not, it's subconscious or whatever. I shouldn't even say we. I'm gonna go with like the younger generation, but they look at it as like, oh, I'm like cool if I have it, right? Like I look like, oh man, because it's like $200 a line, which is like an ounce, like that's like a drink. So like that's fucking crazy, right? And that's $200 American too, right? So like no one wants to pay that. But the thing is, yo, you're drinking lean. Holy shit! I know that guy just paid fucking $200 plus for that drink he's drinking. You know, if not, he's got a bottle that's fucking $3,000 or whatever, right? But so what I'm getting at is it's not only a status symbol, but I also think that people think that
it's flex.
It's yeah. But I also think that people think it's for like creativity, right? Like what's his name? Macklemore says
Macklemore?
Yeah, Macklemore. He has a song called On the Outside, and it's got, you know, On the Outside by
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's got like that bass line and shit in it, and he's talking about lean in it, and he talks about how like people are dying from lean and all this shit and whatever, and all these rappers are doing it and like glorifying it and whatever, and he's talking about how like people will be like, oh well, like Lil Wayne's doing it or whatever, right? And he's like, he explains that like, he's like, we do it and we fucking pass out and play PlayStation. He's like, Lil Wayne's an alien or whatever, right? Like he's saying like, you know, like he does it like because he's a fucking alien, you know, like we can't do that type of shit as like human beings, you know. And not that he's an alien, but you get what he's referencing, right? But in the end, he talks about like how his buddy died and like all this shit, and he's talking about lean, but he said on the Lil Wayne note, he says that people think it's I did this before, I can't remember the word, but he says it's like inducive or something to being creative or something like that, or conducive, yeah, sorry, yeah. So he says he's like it's not conducive to being creative, yeah, thank you. But the weird thing is the only reason that stuck out so much to me is because like I actually like at one point found myself being like, maybe I should like try and do some lean and like fucking like be like Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? Like not in the sense just like, oh, look like Lil Wayne, but like to
does.
to try and like go in his mindset and say the things, you know, or like maybe even just have the like no filter, not even no filter, but like the no judgment thing, like where you don't think about things, you just do them. You know, maybe I'll just let loose and just like do shit or whatever. But then I heard that song and I'm like, yo, that's crazy, because I was already past it. Like I already knew it wasn't a thing, but I was like, yo, it's crazy because like people think that, right? I remember whenever I was younger too, like people thought like, yo, you do some acid, like you're gonna play guitar like fucking, you know, Jimi Hendrix and shit and like whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the same, you know, like it's not like that. But and that's one thing I hate is with the drugs, like it's like fucking, even too, they say like this fucking documentary was about like people being like, it's not good for you, like it's not good, like extended use can fuck you up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or even just like OD from it, you just like stop breathing, your heart will stop pumping and shit, right? But my point is that they're like talking about it and glorifying it and all this shit, but it's actually like very dangerous. It's different to be like smoking weed and stuff, because like it's not as dangerous, right? I mean, that's kind of what do you call it, contradicting a bit to say like, oh, like this one's good, this one's bad.
Gunk up your lungs instead.
But no, and exactly, right? But so
there's a demonstrable difference though between like weed and like,
and that's what I'm saying.
effects,
They literally call it fucking liquid heroin, like it's fucking opiates and shit, right? So it's like you, and then if they don't, like people are getting sick from not having it and shit. So like that's something that's like, why are we like doing it and talking about it and making it like this big thing? So I totally agree with you. Same with like the guns and shit. Like it's like at one point, man, there was a bunch of pages said like, and it was like Ottawa and Toronto and shit, saying like we won't post artist shit if it's all like aggressive gangster shit, you know. And I was totally like, yeah, man, for sure. And then again, yeah, like, and it's different too, because like if someone's gonna tell you a story about fucking doing drugs and how it's a bad thing or whatever, then like fucking give it, right? But if you're like, you know, like fucking, right, you know what I mean, like got a bunch of bitches doing a bunch of drugs and doing all this shit, it's like you're just glorifying.
Yeah, I've tried lean. I've tried it once.
I mean, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
And the shit must have been expired or something. It was like cough syrup. It just knocked me to sleep.
Yeah, well, that's what it does.
I was in bed by, I don't know, like maybe an hour after drinking it. I was just knocked out. And
Did you drink it fast?
No, I sipped it with ginger ale, I think.
Yeah.
And it must have been expired. You couldn't even see the label date on it.
Oh, really? It was...
There was 2 O's in there.
Yeah.
Shit. You know, so... No, seeing like fucking that, but at the same time too, like that's fucking what it does. Like it just fucking puts you to sleep. Yeah. They actually had on this documentary too, they had these old people. They brought 4 old people in. And like
giving them leaning,
yeah, man. but when they were talking to them, like the one lady's like, oh yeah, like I used to do acid and like this and that, whatever. So like all these people had like done drugs before, and obviously they knew that they were coming into some kind of like drug test thing or whatever. Yeah. But they're like, okay, yeah, like we have the lean, here you go, you want to do it? And they give it. I don't even think they really explained what it was. They just said like, here you go, you want to try it, right? So they're like, yeah, whatever, cool. And like they take one like pretty big sip, all of them, whatever, and they're like, oh, like that tastes really good. Oh my god, that tastes really good, yeah. And then like they talk for a while, and then they're like, okay, like do you feel anything? No. Like how about take another sip? So they take another sip, like wow, like I can't get over how good it tastes, yeah. And then they're like, yeah, no, like all of them, like I don't really feel anything, yeah, whatever. Take another sip, okay, yeah. And it's all like separate. They're not all together. It's all like separate interviews. So then they take the third sip, right? And then like not long later, it shows like they're doing effects in the video, but it's showing like all the shit around them, like they have like an aura and they're like laughing and shit, and this one chick's just like eyes closed, like singing and shit, and then they all like have something, you know, they're all saying stupid shit and being funny and whatever, but then not long later, man, they're all just like the one dude's like rubbing the couch like this with his eyes closed and like fucking all this shit, but anyways, they all end up basically like napping afterwards, you know, and I was just like,
is that like a BuzzFeed thing or something? Like
I think it was Vice. I think,
okay,
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because they do the same thing, like there's like YouTube videos where they get like old people to like try smoking weed. For
yeah.
Those are awesome.
You know,
I saw one dude. He filled the fucking. It was a glass pipe, so he filled the like, you know, you fill the top and then you like you heat the top, but he was heating the bottom. Yeah, like it was a meth pipe. Like he's heating the bottom.
He's like trying to haul, and he's like, it's not working.
I love the videos where they simulate what it is to be on an acid trip.
Oh yeah, I just saw one about mushrooms.
I've dropped, and we were watching that exact video, of what it feels like and what you would see.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, is this us tripping or is this
Yeah,
the video?
right.
Yeah.
So we were so fucking confused, but it was funny. It was great.
Imagine that. It just looks normal.
Yeah.
It just
I don't see
cancels
anything.
out.
What's
Yeah.
happening, bro?
we couldn't differentiate what was real and what wasn't. And whenever he came out with that big bowl to make that noise there, that
Oh, the fucking yeah.
Holy
That's
fuck.
crazy too. Fucking.
Yeah.
I'd like to try that. I feel like I'd have to
Ayahuasca.
be on drugs or something for that.
No, fuck that. I'm not doing that anymore. I might pop a couple caps, mushrooms. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I've actually been microdosing mushrooms lately.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have like
that's awesome.
fucking capsules and shit.
Yeah, microdosing
And, like,
mushrooms is a good time.
The one night I took 2 of them, and
Yeah.
like I got like a little fucking wave off of it. But like I take one in the morning, and like I have like sufficient energy. Like I fucking hate editing, but I have this video, and I'm like, I'm gonna try and edit it, and I just fucking sat down and just like I literally was like, and my computer died.
You need Adderall, man. You need fucking Adderall.
But that's
Yeah.
literally what it felt like. Was like, I mean, not that I'm not saying I'm not like that. Like what I understand having ADD and then taking Adderall is like. That's what I felt like this, because like I said, man, I literally just looked down and was just like, and my computer died in mid, like, I was just giving her, and I was like, holy shit, man. But it was just like I worked
in a wave too, and you're like
that hard.
productive.
Yeah.
Well, and then even too, like I find myself like, okay, whatever. And like I said, I don't feel anything, but like I found myself even like, I'll just like walk by something, and I'm like, oh, like rearrange it, and I'm like, oh, and I just like
Tetris.
fix it all, and I'm like, okay, cool. And like
Oh,
walk
fuck.
by, and it's like I'll even just be like, oh, maybe I'll just like move these things, and I'm like, oh, and I do it all. Or, like even the other day, I was just like, oh yeah,
Most ADD person I think I've ever met.
Yeah.
I'll load the dishes or whatever. So I load them in the dishwasher. So there was some left over. I'm like, fuck it, and I just like clean them up. But I was like I said, it's not like I don't fucking feel anything, except like I do have like a little more energy throughout the day. I don't feel anything. I just like
That's perfect though, right?
do
though?
shit.
That's-
Like I like
yeah,
yeah.
That's exactly what microdosing is supposed to.
Mhm.
Like,
So
if
it was actually
if you're
fucking
feeling anything, you're probably taking too much, right?
Even
yeah,
if you-
exactly, yeah.
You could even put a acid tab in like a bottle of water and just shake it around and just take a couple sips as
Yeah.
you go through the day. And it's
When I was
probably
even
the
thinking
same.
about that,
Right,
was
yeah.
taking like I saw a thing online where they had like they would take a fucking like one hit of acid, but they would cut it into like 16 little squares and then eat one of those every day. So I was thinking about putting one of those in every fucking capsule of mushrooms, so then it's like a little bit of both. But you'd probably have to alternate those so that you're
Oh,
not
gosh.
like. Because I
Look
think
at
a little
us.
bit of mushrooms and a little bit of fucking microdosed acid might even get you a little buzz.
Yeah.
Look at
I
us
was gonna
talking
say
about
it.
drugs now. How
Yeah.
hypocritical of us, man.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Shit, but these are
Oh,
like
man.
fucking.
Hey, listen, life
Yeah.
experiences,
Times,
man.
These are mind expanding drugs.
Yeah.
All right, but you're right though. That's very.
We're not glorifying it through
No.
music. okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I do have one weed song where I talk about weed and doing shrooms and
Yeah.
drinking shroom tea.
And
just
that's the
life
thing too, is they mention on
experience.
this thing too, is they're like, well, like they talk about it because this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. So like, without it, we don't have that
Mm.
thing, right? So like, there's a song called Waukesha. It's all about lean or whatever, right? Like he talks about it like it's a girl, and it's like you wouldn't have that without that rapper doing the drugs and talking about the thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
But there's the artist.
don't know.
And then there's the people above the artist that are somehow responsible for what gets put out there. You
It's
know,
true,
a lot
though.
of these artists do what they do because they're told to do certain things and talk about certain things. They're
Yeah.
trying to push certain things
yeah,
and basically shape the culture. And when you shape the culture, you are shaping a society. So,
Yeah.
and slowly we are seeing.
and
big
rap's
shit,
taking
man.
over too,
Oh,
right?
fuck, it's
So-
insane.
So it has a
It's
big
insane,
influence on a lot of people, not just fucking. It's not it's a greater audience now. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Crazy. Fucking drugs, eh?
Yeah.
Drugs are
Uh,
bad, okay?
Cryptos.
Mm.
Crypto, so
cryptos.
yeah. Yeah. We were talking about NFTs earlier too.
too.
So okay. I actually fucking honestly, a lot of my crypto I won't even call it knowledge, guessing or whatever, is just like, I don't like. I know there's ones that I buy into and hodl, because I know that they're gonna like, it's going up like a Bitcoin or something, right? Like that's something that I know I'm gonna put a bunch of money into and just like hodl the fuck out of it. But like the other ones, like I bought a bunch of SHIB, bought like 43 million SHIB in the summer.
Well,
But I mean,
not
like
a bad move.
it went pretty good for a bit. It's like half of what it was, like max that right now, but that's still
When
like,
you see a shit coin like that, like really moon, you gotta take your profits because you know
really do.
for sure that it's gonna get a correction and it's coming down again.
oh yeah, no, and it's like half of what it was, but like I just hodl everything, just fucking hodl it all. But no, what I'm saying though is like I fucking like I have the gumption or the knowledge or whatever, just to be like, these ones are like my guarantees, or like my, like, you know, put it in there for 5 years and I'm coming out with some money. And then these are like the ones where I'm like I don't need that fucking $200, you know.
So
like,
what are your securities and cryptos?
basically just Bitcoin. Now Crow. Feel comfortable with Crow because you know what's going on is they just bought the name for the Staples Center.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's why they popped.
I honestly, I think like guys, crypto.com is one of those things that I think will have staying power just because of all like every time you watch the UFC, crypto.com.
Yeah.
It's
You know what I mean? It's
everywhere.
fucking, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that, and I think crypto.com only came out this year, right? Was it?
Yeah, I
In
don't
the last
think
year,
it's
I would
relatively new.
think,
Yeah, because I was using Wealthsimple at the start of the year, and then fucking that popped up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah, I
fucking
think it's relatively new, and I think their coin. I think
Yeah, man. Stake your crows, dude.
stake your crows.
dude. Hey.
nice. Just
Oh,
looking
you
at
know
that
what? So okay, one of my buddies was like, you should make a video by the dip,
And
then-
it's been made, man.
You
It's been made.
just go into
By the dip, by the dip.
No,
by
no,
the
no,
dip,
no, no.
don't
But we
trip.
were just gonna go to the store. We were gonna go to the store, like go to Walmart or some shit, and just like buy a fuck ton of dip, and just be like walking around like by the dip, you know,
Nice.
like whatever. And but then now that you say that, stake your crow. So you buy the dip and stake your crow. So get some steaks, some dip.
You should buy one of those, you know, those like big plastic fake crows you can get.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shove a stick through it.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
Like a dip
stake
in
your
one.
crow. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Bought the dip and I'm
Shit.
staking my crow.
That's even
It's a
better.
Halloween costume for next year.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, stake your crow.
Only the biggest of crypto nerds will get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few lurking around here, man. I mean, this shit's getting bigger by the day, man. Yeah. I got the blue
Steel.
one.
Oh, what? Oh, the.
The main one. I think
Oh,
it's
okay. Yeah.
PVC or plastic.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna get. Well, I got this one, and then the thing is, I was actually gonna unstake my crow a little while ago and buy some SHIB, and
Bet you're glad you didn't.
it's
Yeah.
because I was allowed to. Like, it was past the staking thing, but they said that I would lose my benefits of my card. So I was like, yo, I don't want that
So do you have to keep that staked like the whole
to get the
time?
benefits. Yeah.
So what are the benefits?
I get
fees and
100.
shit?
I get 100%.
Like
No, there's no fees. So no, I get like my my Spotify. Every time I pay for Spotify once a month, they refund me that, but in Crow.
Oh man, that's
And
Amazon Prime, I think, too.
but then no, that's the next one up, I think.
Okay.
And then you get everything you spend is 2% or something like that, or it might be 4, but I think it's 2%
Wow.
that you get back.
Wow.
But I think with that one, or like whenever you unstake, you get like a 1% maybe or something like that. And then there's like you get access to, I don't really fly and probably won't for a while, but you get access to airport lounges and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then I think you might get something to do with movies too, something. And then also too, you get a higher percentage on certain
Man.
purchases or something like that. But it works out that like I'm like, well, I might as well just leave that fucking stake in there.
For sure.
this like. Oh, maybe I'm reading the wrong.
Oh, you found it?
I was looking at the market cap for Crow.
Yeah, this is not financial advice, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
should
yeah.
you should probably not invest in that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. Save it for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely don't do that. Yeah, market cap
You should totally invest in
17.
it.
Oh, it's almost 18 billion.
Yep.
Almost
Yeah, yeah.
18
Believe it, man.
billion.
Yeah.
I believe
So
it.
like, that's actually pretty low as far as the market cap is. Like,
So I should buy more.
Still, it's
I
gonna
mean-
go triple that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so if, like, let's say for argument's sake, it gets to like $100 billion market cap or something. You know, even at 50, 60, $70 billion, if it's only at just under 18 right now. you
I
know,
will see what December does. Really,
I
like
think with all the big like partnerships that they're doing,
Burger
like,
King and
I
all
think
that stuff.
It could get it to, like, you should definitely, however
Oh, I'm
many
gonna.
coins you have, you should just hold on to those because I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Dude,
really
wow.
need an NFT.
Well, I have like almost 4,000 coins.
Oh, I bought a couple NFTs. I didn't.
Did you actually buy some? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get
I
a
even-
screen.
Yeah. So I bought one that's like, I mean, it's not like it was cheap. It's not like one of those that
Yeah.
Yeah.
really
that's
blew up,
fine.
But I'm like, I'm just gonna hold on to it and see.
That's
see
it,
what
right?
happens.
Cool.
But I mean, I could turn around and resell it for exactly what I bought it for and
Yeah.
be like fine with it, or just hold on to it. You know.
But yeah,
Um.
definitely create something.
I actually have a question for you.
yeah.
So me and Jonesy have a bet going. The only reason we have this bet though is because he actually wanted to bet the guest this,
Cool.
and the guest didn't take it. And so then I said, like, just for the sake of the bet, I'm not making the bet on like any basis or any like standpoint. I'm just making the bet because someone else didn't take the bet, and I like to bet money. So I was like, okay, but so we have a bet that Bitcoin will hit 80,000 American. He thinks that it'll hit 80,000 American by the end of the year, and I just took the other side.
Yeah, I absolutely agree that Bitcoin will definitely hit around. I'm thinking
80 American,
if it doesn't hit,
but that's
80K,
104. That's 104 Canadian.
Yeah, that means the Canadian they actually hit 100K CAD. But if it doesn't hit the 80K price target, definitely around, I would say like lowest 76, 77.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong,
it
man. It
got
could
to six-
skyrocket.
Well,
It
after
got
that,
to 69.
Definitely skyrocket.
after that, I went and bought a bunch of fucking Bitcoin.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I already had a bit, but I went and bought a bunch more.
Good.
And because, well, I was like, here's the thing: is if it goes over and I pay him the money, I'm like, I made that money to pay him, right? Like it's his profit.
Mm.
But at the same time, if he pays me the money, or like if I win the bet, I've made money and the bet, right? So I was like, it's like a win-win here.
You
Like,
can't really lose.
yeah.
Honestly, you can't really lose.
No, honestly, I'm thinking big things for Bitcoin for the end of this year for sure. And I
Ship
think,
it to the moon.
oh fuck, Shiba Inu. But yeah, I think it might even progress into the new year, and we might see the big crash in February or March.
Yeah.
I think it seemed to, I don't know, we were expecting something like, like parabolic sooner than
I think
now.
December will be the month for that.
I
I'm pretty
think
sure.
so. I think so now. It seems obvious.
Yeah,
so
that's what happened on the 20. This cycle that we're going through right now is
Yeah.
like almost identical to
Yeah.
the 2013 cycle.
Do you follow
Okay.
anybody on YouTube for cryptos?
Benjamin Cohen
Mhm.
is like my number one that I watch just from like he doesn't like shill a bunch of coins. He's not. You know, I fucking
Maybe.
hate like there's
Yeah,
a bunch
I
of
know.
YouTubers
Alex
that they
Becker.
do the
Hey?
stupid like face like shocked face as their thumbnail.
Oh,
every time.
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
buy this coin for 10,000x gains, and it's like
Do you know Crypto Face? Shout out to Crypto Face. Yo, he's entertaining, man.
Yeah.
Like, so a
there's
friend
a
of
few
mine,
TikTok crypto people that I
Yeah.
follow that are
Crypto
pretty
Face is so what he calls those thumbnails, dick sucking thumbnails. I love it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
What's
Yeah.
his name? Crypto Face?
Crypto Face.
Yeah, see, I don't follow anyone specific, but every
He's-
once in a while I'll go and like Google some shit and then just like watch a bunch of videos. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I try to like, same as I do with like information that I gather, I try to look at a bunch of them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, this guy says no, and this guy says yes, and this guy whatever. But then I try and put my information or my opinion together on all of them. You know?
Mhm.
But even too, like Doge, I bought a bunch of Doge, and it was kind of just like an accident. I just heard this guy talking about it, and I was like, yeah, okay. And he was like, get in on it. Yeah, like it was like a show, like he does like a fucking like a sports show.
Yeah.
But he's like, get in on it. What the fuck is this? Like, what's he talking
coin
about?
with a dog on
And then, I looked it up and I was like, yo, I'm gonna try and get it. And then just like one day it hit me. I was like, yo, I haven't even really like bought any of that. So I fucking went and I got. Actually, that's why I got Crypto.com, was because they sold fucking Doge.
Listed.
Yeah. So I fucking bought it on there and I was like, yeah, I'll fucking. I'm like, I didn't do it for like 2 months. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I'm like, I gotta do that. So I just made a point to go buy some. And then like it was like 2 weeks later, I think it was Bully hit me up. He's like, yo, did you look at your Doge? I'm like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? Like shit, it was like 10 times at one point. Like shit. But
Fucking
no, a lot of it I just kind of like fell into. Even like fucking Shib, I mean, not that it's like good or anything, but I found it somewhere. I heard of it somewhere. And I was like, oh, I think it was like in a video. And they're like making fun of it because it's just like
a fucking meme coin.
yeah, it's like a joke about a joke.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. So then I actually was talking to fucking Gino about it. And he was like, fuck, who cares? It's cheap. Like, fucking buy it. So then I bought it. I'm like, fuck, I just.
like 400 trillion coins.
Yeah, well, some guy just fucking burnt 10% of it or something like that. But I was like, yeah, fucking, I just bought fucking so many million. He's like, I just bought this many million. I'm like, okay. A week later, I'm like, I just bought this many million. He's like, I just bought this many million.
Yeah.
And we were just like buying them. Now he has like fucking 200 million or something. I still only have like 43 million. But then it like shot up, and I was like, yo, fucking right, yeah, like we're on our way. But
yeah, there's many good projects. And right now, there's some coins that, there's this one particular coin that I've been investing in, and I'm like, why the fuck did I put my money in there? But I know maybe one day, and I'm probably gonna trade it for something else or do something else with it. It's called Digibyte.
Never heard of it yet.
You know how it takes a lot of time to transfer, Bitcoin to like one address to another, or Ethereum with like crazy gas fees to transfer your Ethereum to another wallet or wherever you want to transfer it to. So basically Digibyte cuts that. Like it's basically like instant transfers, cheaper. Like you pay cents to transfer whatever amount of money over to somewhere else. So there's a lot of future tokens that will have good utility in the near future. Is just right now they're not really flourishing, and whenever they get a pump like 22% and then they drop back down all the fucking times. It's like, man, what the fuck is this shit coin? But there's a good utility behind it, and whenever a lot of people get behind it, maybe we'll see Digibyte at 50 cents US or 75 cents US, or I don't know.
Digibyte. But that's the thing too, is with the SHIB thing, I said to my buddy, I'm like, what if we like promote it?
Yeah, and we try make your 4G audio token. You could do that if you really wanted to.
Yeah, but with that,
with developer, and
does that not cost a lot of money?
Yeah, I mean, so there's mine. Yeah,
well, there's people.
You need to get people interested in it too.
So there's like developers. You can make a coin for anything, right? As long as you're like a programmer and like you can find the right language to develop something like that. Like
Squid Game coin.
Exactly. Like, literally anyone can do that shit. Nice. But like it's about having a good utility, or if it doesn't have any utility at all, you need to have the meme and the hype behind it. So you got to be like
fucking Elon Musk.
Exactly. Right, exactly. You got to be someone like that to
fucking
say,
guy.
Okay, go buy this, and have millions of people go buy it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's tough to get your
recognized. Well, speaking of Elon Musk, though.
Yeah.
This guy drives a fucking Tesla.
That's right,
yeah. Man.
Yeah, I've got that same horn in my car too. It's pretty amazing.
Tell us about the goods and the bads and the do's and the don'ts.
Well, I mean, coming from a guy who's been driving the same pickup truck for the last 7 years and spending, I don't know, roughly about $50 every 3 to 4 days just to commute from home to work. I decided why not treat myself to something nice that I'll actually appreciate, and this time I'll take care of it as much as I can.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to park it inside a heated garage soon. Thank God I have a good friend who's going to help me with that. But Yeah, no, I just figured, like, I was tired of spending so much money in fuel, and now I'm making payments still. But whatever, I get a
Yeah.
car that I fucking enjoy,
Yeah.
and so for the cons, I mean, I've experienced a few for sure. There's this during the summer, I did a road trip in Saginaw, which is 8.5 hours away from here in Quebec,
Okay.
and I got to Quebec City or around that area. I think it was Quebec City. And I had to wait in line to charge my fucking Tesla. Now,
No.
where I live, like, you're lucky to see 4 Teslas parked one beside another
Yeah.
charging. And here I am in this fucking town in Quebec, and there's a lineup of Teslas waiting. Like, there's probably like 12 or 14 slots all taken. They're just waiting. Oh, and there's a broken one too. So, like, and every time one leaves, one gets in, another one showed up.
Yeah.
It was like, what is going on?
That's
It's insane.
crazy.
And
Out west, man, every fucking like third car is a fucking Tesla.
yeah,
So many of them. So I couldn't imagine what they deal with.
they probably have more charging stations.
No, that's true, I guess.
When I stopped in Laval, which is closer to Montreal.
Shout out
obviously.
Laval.
Yeah, man. Shout
speak
out
like-
Montreal,
they
man.
Speak like French.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Ben moi tout aussi.
Oui, j'allais à la salle de bain, s'il vous plaît.
Hey, no, I am a francophone from Ontario. But yeah, there was a lot of slots to park your
Yeah.
car there and charge it. Yeah.
Easy.
And different places have different kilowatts. So don't get.
Is that faster or like more power?
So I think
Like,
the fastest would be 275 kilowatts.
that charges
that's
the
really
fastest?
fast. So,
Okay.
and by a fast charge, you're talking about like 35, 45 minutes to charge. Let's
Full
say
charge.
yeah, exactly. So before coming here, I had to charge my car. I got home from my brother's. I was at 28 or 21%. I went and had dinner, got a shower, blah blah blah. I come back out. I'm at 18%. So I just lost like
Just sitting there.
2-3% right there from like just sitting there in the cold. It was
Yeah.
so I get to the town nearest me to charge it, and I'm down at 10%, and I get a message like your battery's low. You should probably charge it. So, yeah, and I paid from 10% to 87%. I paid roughly $12.
Fuck, that's not too bad though.
Yes, but if you think about it during winter times, if you're gonna lose 50 kilometers
Yeah, if
per
you're
charge
losing
because of the
yeah.
cold weather and all the shit,
That'd be
you
like
run
having a leak
outside.
in your gas tank.
Fuck, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, some
Holy
shit like that. Man.
shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. So there's a lot of good things about it, and there are a few bad things about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm getting a winter beater. And
You can make fart noises. They'll come to your house and fix it for you.
oh yeah,
Fuck.
you can tear the roof off if you want.
But you got a leak in the gas tank in the winter. Only in the winter. And that's one thing too. We discussed outside too. I was like, is it not like, because like I said, I don't know about Teslas, but I know that like, well, any fucking battery. I used to warm up my batteries for my fucking Discman and shit, right? Put them back in and then fucking like,
oh yeah.
and then put them in.
Oh man.
So I mentioned that to him and I was like, yo, is that like a thing with Teslas too? And he's like, yeah, like lose like, what'd you say? You like lose like 30%
yeah.
or something in the
Or-
winter or
yeah,
something?
that's
Or like,
Definitely
that.
built for rich folk in like California, you know.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
built
Not
the
Canadian
or
winters.
like North or South Carolina, where you don't really get much of a cold winter
Yeah.
season. Those areas would probably be the best fitted for Tesla vehicles.
you can drive that shit underwater. I saw a video of a guy drives it underwater.
No,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and it actually like
Yeah, man. It was
kept
the
going.
plaid one. I don't know if that
Oh,
makes a difference, but it said it was the plaid one.
okay.
And they go, and the funny thing is the day before I saw this, my buddy was talking to me about Teslas. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, fuck that. He's like, I don't know what the fuck could go wrong with it. This, that. He goes, think about it. He's like, we live in fucking, like, Ontario. He's like, fucking winter hits us pretty hard. He's like, what happens, like he was talking about, like I said, with the fucking power, like the drainage, like, and also he's like, at the same time, he's like, how do you know, like, fucking you get salt and snow all up in there, and how do you know it's not going into the battery and shit, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, but I'm sure that if they're gonna sell them in Canada and shit, like, they've thought of all these things,
Yeah.
and they're not gonna
They must
sell this fucking car. It's different if it's like not an expensive car, or like, you know what I mean, or not, like if it's just something little cheap thing, like it doesn't matter, right? Just test her out. But with this, I'm like, I think they're pretty fucking calculated with their like decisions to sell it here, right? So the next day, I'm like scrolling through the internet. I didn't go and look for it. I just was like, what's this? So I sent him the video. I'm like, yo, this guy drives the shit underwater. Like, I will say, there's about 6 inches or so of the fucking top of the car that like isn't underwater, but they are like in the fucking water and they come out the other side. Like, I was like, that's fucking crazy.
No.
So I mean, like, they obviously got it all covered, right? It's like water sealed, because I always heard the batteries were like double sealed, because the whole bottom of the car is a battery.
It's a big battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy because whenever you pop in the plug to charge it, you're sitting in your vehicle and sometimes you can hear like sounds coming from underneath you. And
No.
like, oh fuck! And all of a sudden, like, because you're like, what the fuck? Like, my feet get warm just because I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on? But it's just
That would
because
trip me out,
it's
man.
the ions moving around. I think
Well, even just having this in my pocket, sometimes I'm like, oh man, like it could explode, right? Because like the lithium ion, you throw that in a fire, it blows up.
Like, yeah.
So I mean, like, you got a whole fucking bottom of your car is made of this shit, fucking blow up.
Well, I think.
I mean, I guess
And
it's
like you s-
no
there's been
more likely to
collisions.
blow up than a gasoline-filled vehicle, right? Like,
Yeah, really though, really. Like, I mean, the gasoline-filled vehicle will light on fire. I don't know if it blow up.
I see it in the movies.
That's right, though. Yeah. You
Must
need
be
to flick
real.
a cigarette
Yeah.
at it. Shit. But however, I have to fucking step out for a second.
Yeah, man. Do your thing.
Shit. What time is it, anyways?
9:30.
Holy.
When I come back, maybe we'll spit some bars. You want to spit some bars?
Bars time.
Bars time.
We'll wait till he's back, though.
All right.
I guess I could
Yeah.
ask you some questions in the meantime.
Yeah, let's do this lightning round real quick.
Yeah.
Cool. You know,
Pizza or tacos?
pizza.
Pizza.
Definitely pizza.
Powerade or Gatorade?
Gatorade. Blue Gatorade.
Blue Gatorade.
Yeah.
Specific, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
best for sure.
For sure.
Gin or vodka?
Gin.
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 I'd agree.
Yeah.
Would you rather travel by plane or travel by train?
Honestly, wow. I mean, I'd like to travel by plane to get to Europe and then travel by train in Europe, but I miss taking the train, so I
Yeah.
would say train.
Nice. A little more. I guess it is a little more
I mean,
scenic.
derailments do happen. Just don't throw a rock on the rail. Fuck.
Yeah. Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos.
Tattoos.
I'm honestly thinking about getting I'm thinking about a sleeve, but not
Nice.
my full arm. Just
Half sleeve, like
something.
top
Yeah.
half.
Yeah, nice.
Something nice. Yeah.
Boobs or booty?
Booty.
Booty.
Yeah.
Would you rather be stuck deep sea or outer space?
Honestly, I want to see if the Earth is flat. So outer space. I'm not a flat earther.
Okay,
by the way.
I was gonna be like, okay, let's stop this whole question thing right now. I gotta know.
No.
Yeah.
It's just fuck. We're all curious. We don't know if they're lying to us about it. Like,
I believe in
there's
a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
conspiracies, and there's a lot that we are definitely 100%, 1,000% lied to about.
Oh, absolutely.
This whole COVID thing, for example.
Yeah.
I might just get us canceled just for saying
yeah.
that. But like,
this. Whatever you need to talk about, just talk about.
the flat Earth thing, man, like,
The algorithm will catch you.
I can't get behind it. And the people that are just like religious about it,
Yeah.
and they're like, you're a glober and you're dumb if you believe, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, all right, bud. That's my
That's
my
hilarious.
rant about the whole flat.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Ridiculous.
I love it.
So what was your answer, sorry? You said deep sea? Space.
No deep sea for me.
No deep sea.
But then again, if you think about it, if you go deep in the sea, you might see some alien shit down there too. So it's like kind of being.
Polar opposite,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Would you rather never laugh again or never use your smartphone again?
Smartphone for sure.
Smartphone.
Yeah, fuck that. Anything. You guys remember how it was to just play outside and sometimes play video games with your next door
fuck,
neighbor.
for sure,
and,
man.
Just get in trouble and
Yeah,
The good old days.
smoke weed out of Bible pages.
yeah. That's
old days.
hilarious. For
I
sure.
will say I never did it. I never smoked one in a Bible
Oh
thing,
my
but I know
gosh.
that we used to use that as a reference. Like, oh, you want to go read the Bible? Or I know that they did it in jail. That's what
Yeah.
they used for papers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
Smoked
something
out
real
of an
quick,
Archie
just since I'm
page.
fucking interrupting already,
No,
I might
go
as well
for it.
take the moment.
Yeah.
I happened to look at my phone while I was up there, and I have a message from a newer listener, friend of mine that I sent the link to earlier.
Nice.
Said Digi's the most secure and best way, but it's only at 5 cents.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
that. I was
that's
like,
the thing,
Digi, what the
just-
fuck's he?
So
That's what
hodl.
you were talking
No,
about.
That is a
honestly,
token you
I
hodl.
just again talking about TikTok crypto guys. He said the same thing. He's like he listed all these coins, and like there's like a bunch of like good blue chip utility coins that
Yeah.
have real world value and that like you know really like would be
yeah.
something to invest in.
Revolutionary.
Right? And
man.
it shows like the percent they've gone up in the last 2 years. And it's like, for a lot of them, it's like a couple 1,000% or something like that, you know, or a couple 100% at
Yeah.
least, you know. But then you've got these shit coins that are doing 11, 12, sometimes like millions of percent. You know what I mean? It's like, why did these coins, you know, or these like things get
I think
just
it's celebrities.
ridiculous,
There's got to be celebrities behind it or something. There's a lot of
it's just
money
funny though,
involved.
like you said, like the stuff that is really useful and has, you know, good world use cases, 5 cents or like
Yeah.
nobody's investing in it or
Yeah.
whatever, you know what I mean, when it
Yeah.
should be like a few dollars or more at least.
But hey,
Wanna get-
it will be worth something one day, for sure. All of it. Seriously, I think that's
One of my buddies,
like Chris Green says, trust the freaking plan. I don't know if you guys watch any Chris Green content on YouTube sometimes. You know,
Sounds
just
familiar.
he's Bitcoin rich.
Okay.
Going rich, oh,
Yeah, and
The old
it's
school
basically soon enough everybody's gonna own some sort of crypto, whether it's a Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Cardano, whatever it is.
Oh.
Most of the world population will own cryptos. Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Oh, here.
Thank you. But
That's-
yeah,
But
Keep
see,
it going,
and
Brando.
that's just
Oh,
it,
yeah,
though.
you want one?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
here. Sorry. Oh,
For
yeah.
sure, man.
Oh, yeah. And but that's the thing too is that sorry, and I feel like we're digressing or like going back in this conversation, but
all good.
that's like the same thing with the metaverse thing, right? Or the
Yes.
fucking or no, sorry, it was the NFTs, I think.
And the metaverse
Was well, and that too was the what I said about Gary Vee saying like they don't. It's one of those things but when you know back then when you were like, oh, that won't go, and it's still here.
Mm.
This is one of those things. So like start doing it. So that
For
got
sure.
me on like,
That's
oh,
what
I
I'm
want
saying,
some
man.
NFTs and I
Anyone
want
that
some
thinks they
fucking
missed
shit.
the boat in like the whole crypto space.
Oh fuck no.
They're still so early.
Oh
And
yeah.
like before like global
Yeah.
adoption and like things like that. So like
Well, because yeah,
I'd say
I'm gonna
right
have to
now
jump
like it's
on
a
it.
risky time to invest just because we are so close to the end of a bull run. So
yeah.
if you're getting in now, like don't like either take some quick short gains, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and like cash out, or wait until like you said early next year
Yeah.
when the dip has happened and the
Everything
crash has
dips, yeah.
happened,
Yeah.
and then when
Then-
everything is red and everything's cheap, start collecting for the next 4 years. By 2024, when you hit the next cycle,
Mm-hmm.
you're
Think
like,
about
you're
gaming
only-
tokens too.
You're
Think
only
about-
going to make money, yeah. And by then, like you say, the metaverse is going to be a lot more formed than it is now.
Have
Obviously,
you
Yeah.
have you
Sounds
heard of this
ridiculous.
thing? I think it was
Yeah.
PlayStation, Sony, and PlayStation, something like that. They're working on this scanner where you can go inside this thing and it scans the exact dimensions of your body, of your vessel, and it recreates it into the metaverse.
It's like a real fucking Matrix.
Yeah.
man, that's what
That's
people
what it
are
reminds
literally
me of.
comparing the metaverse
So,
to. It's
I
like,
bet.
it's going to be like
Yeah.
Ready Player One shit. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
So
Like,
so it makes you wonder what is the
It's ridiculous.
once we get to that, what is the end goal behind that? Are they just going to try to plug us to our
see,
own?
this is like I get into
Because
this shit all
what
the time.
is
like,
reality? What the fuck is reality? The people that are running this show worldwide, that's not ours. That's not my reality. This
No, we
COVID
don't
shit,
live
that's
that
not
way.
that's not me. That's not my reality. I didn't do that. That's not that's not us. That's not our reality. It's a reality created,
got
if
sold
I
to
may
us.
say. You
Yeah.
know, the world is a fucking stage, and people need to understand that
Yeah.
ASAP.
You know what the Batman theory is?
I think we've talked about it.
Yeah?
maybe,
I think yeah.
So I feel like I said, I don't want to
No, I'm not
interrupt this
jumping down the
whole
rabbit hole. I'm
conversation
sorry
thing,
about
or
that.
this whole question thing, but
Oh yeah.
the fucking Batman theories that think of all the Batman story, right? Like everything about it. But really, like there's, Joker and there's fucking that chick and like whatever, right? But really, and the Penguin and stuff, right? All of those people, Riddler and stuff, right? All those people are actually like people that like really Bruce Wayne is just in a fucking
Like a
mental
place,
hospital.
yeah.
But like the fucking say like the Joker is like the doctor, and the fucking Harley Quinn is the nurse, and like the Penguin is one of the other guys that's at the mental hospital as well, And so like what it is just that like basically what we know is made up by ourselves. So like right now, like this right now happening could maybe be made up by myself. So like you don't exist,
Yeah.
but I've created you as a character in this like world, and like same with these guys and shit. Like none of like I made up cameras, like I made up like the streets, and like like I made up everything that I know is fake. And then like it might sound fucked up. I'm not saying that I actually believe that, but it's just like a fun thing to think about. Like what if everything I know is fucked up? Like it's not like to you, like if you do exist in another world and you have your own like verse like this, like your own like Batman world, you might have a device that records you, but it doesn't look like these. But I've created these in my own mind, and it's not called the camera, it's called something else. So you have like some other thing.
Each person has like their own universe.
Yeah, and like so like even too like because people be like,
so like from
well,
my
how do you know?
perspective, like I have no way of knowing that you guys are like, you know what I mean, are conscious, like have a voice in your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that only exists to me, right? So like,
because even this I could be making up myself,
right? And I could be too.
Yeah.
we're just like
we're talking like a shroom trip right now.
No, totally, and like I said, I didn't want to like get right into it, but yeah, no, and that's kind of the thing is like, and like I said, I don't like believe that, but it's just a funny thing to think about. Like again, like, and I say that to people, and they'll go, well, like, what you're saying, I'm not real? Well, like, I feel real. I have my own thoughts, and like because I created you for that thing, like human beings, I've made up in my own mind. Like we have lungs and we have heart, and we have all these things, right? And I've made all of that up in my mind. Like this is made of wood, but like I made up wood and trees and like all this shit, right?
We have it's us.
What
I
do you
am
mean?
that I am.
But like I said, yeah, and like I said, I don't know how that exactly relates, but that is something I think. Oh, the Matrix thing, because like we could all be. Maybe we are all like real people, but we're all.
There's something I wanted to bring up about the Matrix thing, and you just saying like about sort of not being able to distinguish between, like when we do sort of like what's the end game, when we are living in that reality, like if that the world, let's say for argument's sake, it's like because for start it's going to be like glasses, right, that you put on to experience this metaverse world through. You know what I mean? Because right now we experience it through a phone mostly, right?
Yeah.
But soon, like I guess Google Glasses tried to do it a while ago, but didn't succeed, and it didn't take off.
I regret selling my PS. I had VR glasses for my PlayStation.
Yeah, my brother has that.
Resident Evil.
This is why it feels weird to me.
Hey boys, I need a pee break.
All right.
Bro.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
When you get to the top of the stairs, at the door, just go like straight, kind of veer to the left. There's a door right there. You'll see it. Yeah.
I'll find it for sure.
Just checking. Yeah.
It's just right next to the kitchen.
Just a question: do guests normally go out for pee break?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
You're not the first. That's for
No,
sure.
we had a guy leave to go take a nap.
It's facts, man.
It's real story. He didn't leave his beer because he thinks we're gonna drug him. I'm just joking, but he did say earlier that because remember I said that we had a joint rolled if you wanted to smoke it.
Yeah.
I just noticed that I'm the same height as B-Show there because we got our chairs different levels. But I said we had a joint rolled. Well, whenever he pulled up and we were waiting for you to text or whatever, because I just figured I'm like, yo, dude, if you're in the area, just like we'll all just meet at the parking lot. And he's like, if you guys want, like, I have a joint rolled to smoke. And like, I felt rude. I always feel rude when like I have something and someone gives me something like, oh, here, you want a beer? I'm like, well, I brought like 24 of my own. and like, oh, well, I have a different beer or whatever, right? I'm like, well, I did bring my own. I just feel bad, right? So I'm like, I do have this like cannon rolled. It has shatter in it. And I was like, I want to save it for Jonesy. He's like, oh, for sure. Smoke one of these. Because he had a bunch rolled up. But then fucking, you were like, oh, I'm good on the joints. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to smoke this. No, we ended up, I'll roll another one. But
no, it's all good.
We ended up smoking it. Because once you said, oh, I'm good, I'm like, okay, well, we'll smoke this one. So we smoke it, whatever. And like, we're like pretty much done. Like, there's like fucking, but he was like, no, I'm good. He's like, man, he's like, fucking stoned. And like halfway through, too, he goes, man, you can tell it's really good weed, eh? Because you can tell it's not like government weed. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's really good weed. Yeah, I'm like, and I had already told him there's shatter in it, so it was like, yeah. And that's funny. Whenever we left the truck, I was even gonna say like, I'm glad I fucking I warned you, yeah, because he said, he goes, yeah, I'm fucking stoned, man. He's like, this is the highest I've been in a long time, and I was just like, and that's when I was thinking in my head, I'm like, well, like it'd be bad if. Or not bad, but if I didn't tell him, and now he's like, yo, this is the highest I've been in a while. And I'm like, well, yeah, there's shatter in there, you know? Like, right, but the other way around, I thought in my head, I'm like, yeah, I told him beforehand, you know? And like, he even made a like, oh, sweet, you know? Like, so he knew. But yeah, point is I was like, yep, that's that 4G effect, man.
Yeah, we back.
It's your fucking stone, baby. Actually, speaking of that, real quick, by the way, go check out Perp Nerp Terps. I think it's perp.nerp.terps.187 on Instagram.
187.
It's where we get the shatter. Pretty good.
The goose.
And
other stuff too. I'll have,
nominate
like,
nominations.
Stuff. Oh, also, yeah, that's another thing too. Is if you want to go nominate us for Faces Magazine Awards, if you go into our link in our bio or in the description, there's our link tree. And I believe the top link on there, you'll see it. It'll be labeled very clearly, Faces Magazine thing. Nominate us for, you go into media, and then you go to, I think it's interview podcasts, and then also you could nominate one of us for podcaster of the year. However, you guys see the thing Bully posted earlier? He was very like, don't fucking nominate me.
Yeah.
Let's just play it because we have a moment.
Well, that's what he was saying on last week's episode, eh? Like,
yeah, and he's told me this before. In like, he doesn't.
Yo, just a quick one. So I had a few of you in the DM being like, "Yo, Faces is back, and I'm voting for you, guys." I do not want it. I appreciate the support. I'll start there. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all that, but I don't want it, man. Faces, I don't really rock with them. You have to pay for the fucking award after. There's no press, so really it's just I find it's like kind of a scam in a sense where they just use our work and our fucking names to get them a little bit of attention. Plus, I've been like nominated for categories that don't even make sense. So again, guys, I appreciate it all. Let's give somebody else a chance to deal with this fuckery.
He's like, I don't want
deal with this fuckery.
But like, yeah, so I only bring that up to say that once you win the nomination or whatever, or not even the nomination, once you win the award, you have to pay for the fucking plaque, and then like I think they have different plaques too, so you can get like a shittier plaque or whatever, right?
Yeah,
but it's like obviously everyone wants the fucking like better one, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much it was, but you got to pay for it, and then like they don't like promo, and that's the point of awards. I believe is to promo the people, right? And then also like at the same time, giving your magazine.
Hold up. So you have to pay for your own recognition?
No, so like they say like you won the award, here you go, and then for you to get the actual like
to actually get
a physical award,
like, trophy,
really?
You have to pay to get it, But you could just not get it and just say fuck it, whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, like you kind of want to have it to say, hey, like
show for it.
We did it, like you know.
Man.
But it makes sense though. I mean, like I like his point makes sense that like I don't really want to fuck with that. Like, oh, you win, like okay, cool, thanks for the recognition, but you're not even really like promoting me or putting me out there, and then you're gonna say, fucking come get your fucking award. It's fucking.
What if they do the same thing with like the Grammys and shit?
And that's what I was gonna say too. Is I didn't know. Yeah, I'm like, wonder if if that's the way it is. You
Is
just,
it
like,
even
pay
a
for
real
your
gold
award.
statue?
Well, I know that the one that they,
Definitely not.
you know how they give one out, for like awards on the stage and shit. I'm pretty sure that I heard somewhere that that's like the same award. So
Right,
like they
right.
go back and then they like bring it back out and give it to fucking you, but then you can go and get yours that has fucking
Right,
like Drake's
right.
name on it or whoever's
Okay.
name. But you go out and you go, thanks for the fucking thing, right? And
Hand
you're
it to
like,
the
yeah,
next
and
guy.
you go back and here you go, and they
Yeah.
bring it back out and go, here we go, we're
Everyone's
giving
like
another one
kissing
away.
it every time.
Yeah. All right, sorry, man. I broke up that
Participation
whole
training.
fucking
No, that's all
that
right.
whole
It's all
question
good.
thing.
I didn't even know what you guys were talking about, so I was just.
All right. Would you rather be gossiped about or never talked about at all?
That's a tough one. I mean, gossiped about, I guess. Whatever.
As long as your name's in their mouth, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Would you rather forget who you are or forget who everybody else was?
Everybody else.
Everybody else?
Mhm.
Would you rather be born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck?
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, hold up.
The toughest question of all.
Hold up. What could I do with a giraffe neck? That's the one I want. Yeah, I'm going with that one.
Hell yeah. Would you rather be forgotten about or hatefully remembered?
Forgotten about.
Forgotten about.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
One horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. Quack, quack, motherfucker.
Yeah. Would you rather go about your day naked or fall asleep for a whole year?
Naked.
Naked.
Rock that shit. Rock that fucking
Birthday
shit. Let's
suit.
do it, man. Fuck it, man.
Would,
Fuck it.
Yeah.
throwing gang signs with my dick.
Yeah.
Hey, man. If the stroke game is good, you're good.
Yeah. Would you rather live one life that lasts 1,000 years or 10 different lives that last 100 years each?
Honestly, I think I would go with 10 different lives because I think we don't know what it's like to really suffer. So I think in order to build a better character, I don't know if you would have the same conscience as you proceed through your life. Probably not, but at least you would get to experiment different scenarios, I guess. Different lives. So I think, yeah, I would definitely choose that over, regardless of trials and tribulations. I think 10 different lives for 100 years would probably be best for me.
Hell yeah. Would you rather have 2 million followers or $2 million?
Dollars.
Dollars.
Is that greed?
Not at all.
I mean,
The money's there.
I would like the followers, but at the same time, I hear there's a lot of people out there that pay for followers.
Yeah.
So, like...
But then they're fake and no one's liking or commenting on your shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. So, I'll take the 2 mil.
Hell yeah.
Get my
But-
crib.
What if you had 2 million followers? Because every post you make money,
Yeah.
right?
True
So you can make
saying.
money off that.
So you could
You can make up to
quadruple that amount.
$5,000 for 100,000 followers. So if you have 100,000 followers and you post a post for like Nike or some shit, and you're wearing their shoes, you could get like $5,000.
That's
So
insane.
now
Yeah.
times that by 20, or no, sorry, wait, 20. Wait,
Well, however many posts.
100,000,
Depends on
2
how
million, yeah,
serious.
20. So if you had 2 million fucking subscribers, times it by 20, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, anyways.
Numbers.
But think about like what's her face, the girl with the thing, and she's Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
She does fucking, she does like
Girl with-
millions.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you got that. Thank you though. But it's probably because I brought it up before.
Yeah, we've definitely
but
talked about
she
this.
fucking makes like millions off of a post.
Mm.
She wears some
Yeah.
fucking eyeliner and talks about it or some shit. She
Yeah.
makes like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's
So-
insane.
You could
Crazy.
make the money, but at the
Crazy.
same time, I don't know.
I don't know.
I swing both ways on that one because at first I was like, yeah, the followers, because I want to make the money off the followers. I can make more off of it, right? But then at the same time, I'm like, yo, like, kind of need the money, like, now,
Yeah.
or like, I kind of, or not need, I would rather the money
Yeah,
now
for sure.
than
man.
like,
it helps. It's a tool. Money is a tool.
Yeah.
It's not the most important thing of life, but it helps. You
Yeah.
know, so for
Absolutely.
sure, man. Yeah.
Bitcoin
rich.
Yeah. If you could choose one skill to obtain instantly, what would it be?
One scale to obtain instantly. One skill. Sorry.
Yeah.
Scale. Jesus.
Yeah.
Skill. One skill would be mathematic genius because I've
Yeah.
always been very, very shitty at math.
Yeah.
Throughout all of my years in school. Holy fuck! Like, yeah.
I wasn't the best either. I
suck
got
at that.
by, but I mean,
Yeah, I just scraped by.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like enjoy math.
yeah, you're very
Basic
good at
math.
math.
Counting
Like-
money or
No, like I just like no, but even like
I ain't trying to find pie.
I like well one time I sat down at a party, me and my buddy would mix his vapes together, like the flavors and shit. So we're at a party and fucking he's like, yo, try this shit. It's good. I'm like, yeah, I took a puff. I'm like, oh, it's good. What is it? He's like, oh, it's like this flavor and this flavor. I'm like, oh, like how much nicotine is? He's like, I'm not sure. He's like, because I put like a quarter of this flavor that's like 8% or whatever. I don't know how the math goes, whatever. But it was like 8 or something. And then the other one was like 75%. That was like 3 or whatever, right? So I'm like, so then what would that make this, you know? And he's like, oh, like, I don't know. And then he's like, because he likes math too. So he's like, you figure it out and I'll figure it out like separately. He's like, then we'll like compare like how we figured it out. So we sat down in the middle of a party, like cleared the table and sat down and like did our math and then showed each other our notes. But yeah, but it was because like, man, I like that shit. Like, oh, like someone was talking about triangles or something the other day. And I was like, yeah, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And they're like, they're like, well, no, but like, basically they didn't like they weren't like it wasn't a serious conversation about triangles. But I say that shit, they're like, what? And I was like, well, yeah, that's how you do it. And I was like, every angle's 180 or whatever, or all the angles together are 180 or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like this and that. And then I even surprised myself when I said that. 'Cause they're like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, that's how it goes. But I'm like, fuck, as if I like even said that. But it's just like, I don't know. And like, I'm probably like better at simple math, but I do like that shit, right?
You think that numbers and letters should coexist one beside another in a equation? You
How
think
does that work? Oh,
I
with the
don't know.
a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Oh, gosh.
But it's so simple.
I was pretty good at
they
algebra.
made it simple at first when you were first learning about
See?
it, but then it's whenever you get into the complexity of it and like the formulas and
Yeah.
just keeps going and going. It's like, okay, now you just fucked my brain up.
3
Like, I
by
can't do
4
that.
is 5.
1 plus 1 is window.
Yeah. No, if you do a triangle though, you measure. If you want to see if you're square, you measure
3, 4, 5 rule. Yeah.
3, 4, 5. But then that also comes into a squared plus b squared equals c squared because it's all the same. Anyway,
Right.
sorry.
What about science?
science?
Yeah.
I just say science as a like.
Science.
That's how I describe things. Is I just say like science or like
Yeah.
it's like some science stuff or like because science.
You know,
So I don't know.
One thing about high school and I think grade 7 and 8 that disappointed me the most about science class is we would do physics, biology, chemistry, but we would never, ever, ever, ever get to the space module. Like this, we would never learn about space. Space was the last thing, in the curriculum.
Because they don't want you to know the big secret.
Yeah.
Don't even start.
Yeah, man, rabbit hole shit, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, and that's the thing I wanted to learn about the most was Mars and Jupiter and all that shit, man. Fuck all that chemistry shit. I don't care about that.
I remember the teacher put some shit together and it fucking blew up. That's all I remember from science class, and I got kicked out. Once,
Yeah, man,
but-
they had kids dissecting frogs at my
No,
school.
but
man.
they
Yeah,
didn't
it's
do.
the
I don't
end
think
of
they
ours.
did that at St. Joe's.
No,
they
eh?
did it at
Is that a
RCI for
Catholic
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Catholic. Yeah.
Same.
Sorry.
Mine was Catholic too.
Yeah?
What the fuck?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Not that it matters, honestly. Seriously.
All right. Sorry, man.
No,
That's
we
all
got 3 questions
Three
left.
more.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
If you were to lose one of your 5 senses, what would it be?
I think it would be my eyesight.
What?
Crazy.
That is some
Yes,
strong
yeah,
words.
absolutely. I think it would be my eyesight because I could
You're gonna
not
quote
live
Jonesy when I
without,
say what?
without sound. I could not function without sound, and I love food. The taste of food, like sushi, man. I would miss eating sushi.
I see
Like
where this
when
is going,
you
eh?
Yeah.
when you put a little bit of wasabi on your finger and you go like, I feel alive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want that feeling still. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
And then
So, yeah.
touch is sex, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want to lose that. But
Fuck no.
that smell.
Fuck no. Yeah. Smelly. No, never mind. I'm not going there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Marijuana?
No, I'm just saying that you have, those are your five senses, right? You got
smell,
taste,
eyesight, taste,
hearing,
hearing,
and touch.
and touch. Yeah, so definitely my eyes can go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I was trying to,
looks don't matter anymore.
I thought you were
Yeah.
going this way. I like, so some people will talk themselves right around in a circle and go to smell. Smell's the most common answer. Because, and then I thought that's where you're going, so I was trying to lead you that way there. But like I said, so people will go, they'll go like touch, and I'll be like, but that's sex. They're like, okay, wait. And then they're like, taste. Well, no, I like eating food. And then they're like, smell. They're like, fuck it, I can do without smell. And even that was mine. I love smell and shit, but that was mine was smell. So you would really
Looks
go
don't
walking
matter.
around. You couldn't drive your Tesla anymore.
Fuck it.
Oh, you just.
Autopilot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you just gotta get the autopilot.
You know what? I'll spend the 10K. Fuck
It'd be worth it.
I'll
Yeah.
get benefits. You know, I'm blind. They're gonna
Yeah.
pay me.
That's
for
it. I was
these.
gonna
Yeah,
say they would
yeah.
pay you for it. Yeah, yeah. Instead of
Yeah,
buying
that
me a
works out.
cane, can you just fucking buy me the update for the Tesla?
You know, how about you just poke my fucking eyes out right now?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah. No. But seriously.
I
Um.
feel you.
All right. So you find a book. You start to read it. You find out it's about your life up until this point that you've read the book.
Mm.
Do you continue reading the book knowing it holds your future? Or do you put that shit away and walk away?
Yeah, I put that shit away because I am the master of my own fate. So no, I am the author of this book. So yeah. So who knows? Maybe the pages are blank. You know.
It's a very
yeah.
like
No.
View
just a
on
good
it.
answer. I don't know
Yeah.
how else to explain it,
For
but that's
sure.
a good answer.
Thank you.
All right, last question. So regarding the like Cactus Jack meal for Travis Scott at McDonald's, and like the Cardi B hottie sauce, and Justin Bieber's what?
Which
Tim
I
Biebs?
had tonight.
Yeah.
Not the Tim
Tim
Biebs.
Biebs.
No, not
The
Tim
hottie
Biebs. They're not out
sauce.
till the 29th. Which on the 30th, I'm gonna grab some Tim Biebs and I'm gonna take a video of me eating Tim Biebs and listening to the fucking full extraction from Flacco. They both come out like in the same time. But no, I had the fucking hottie sauce, and like it's good and all, but all it really is like a fucking. It was hard to tell how hot it was because I got the hot like chicken,
Yeah.
but it was just like a like what do you call it, like a red pepper or like a what's the thing, like a no, like a sweet chili Thai type thing. Like it
Right,
was just like a
right.
sweet chili or something. Like
Nice.
don't get me wrong, it was good, but I was just like, what? I want it like hottie sauce. I expected it
Yeah.
to be like something fancy, whatever.
Right.
Which I tried. So anyway, sorry, I cut off your question.
No.
No, it's all good, man.
Was
But
it
yeah,
like the
Didn't
meals
make
and
the
shit?
stallion have something spicy going
That's
on?
it.
That's
what I'm
exactly what
saying.
he's
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah.
it wasn't Cardi B. You said Cardi.
Oh yeah, I might have
Oh,
said
shit.
one of us. Yeah,
Sorry, I caught on to that.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe I did say Cardi B's hottie sauce. Yeah.
it might have been
Megan
one
Thee
of us. I don't
Stallion.
remember.
Anyways, since we cleared it up,
Yeah.
what restaurant would you choose, and what would be your meal and the name of it?
Oh man, what was that place? Oh fuck. Oh man, why am I forgetting the name of this place? They closed them down in Canada, but they still have them in the States. Something Garden, Olive's Garden, something
Olive
like that.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, fuck
And
yeah.
what would your meal be?
Or sorry, the Golden Corral. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. But that
yeah,
was
I've
pretty
never been
good,
there,
too.
obviously, but
Anything baked spaghetti, man. Baked spaghetti.
Yeah,
Oh,
shit.
I like that
Baked
shit.
spaghetti?
dude, yeah. Oh
Razzonnator's
my
baked
god.
spaghetti.
With like cheese melted on top.
So
man,
actually,
baked spaghetti
with
is
Yeah.
garlic bread.
You literally just like make spaghetti and like put all this shit on it in like a casserole dish, and then just like put cheese on it and like
put it in the oven.
bake it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be good.
What?
So like, yeah, man.
I've never heard of this.
So like what we used to do, like me and like my son's mother, like what we used to do is we make spaghetti for dinner or whatever, right? But like usually like you take some spaghetti and then you like take some sauce, right? We would just like put the fucking sauce in with the spaghetti, right?
Mm.
So then we would take some and like eat it, right? So whatever was left over, we put it in a container, and the next day we would fucking make baked spaghetti. But there's a place,
Yeah, I've
there's
done
a
that.
place where I'm from though. They make like you can get spaghetti, and it comes in a little dish, and it's good. And there's like this and that and the other thing in it. But when you get the baked spaghetti, it comes in the same dish, and it's the same spaghetti, but it has like pepperoni and like mushrooms and like all this shit in it. Like, oh my god, it's fucking good,
Yeah,
man.
that's amazing.
But yeah, big spaghetti.
Yeah. Yo, do you guys remember when Timmy's had the chili inside of those bread bowls?
I do,
No.
but
And
I
I've
don't eat
always
chili.
tried to get one, and I could never, ever get one. They never had it.
They never had
And
the
I've always
bread bowl.
No, the bread bowl. They
You
never
ever had their
it.
French onion soup?
Yes.
So,
it's actually not bad.
I really like French onion soup, and like to grade it on a French onion soup level, it doesn't fit the scale. It's way low. But
it's not that bad.
no, but no, but no. What I'm about to say is that if you go and get French onion soup from a place like Tim Hortons or like a fast food place, this is the best. Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just comparing it to like you go into a restaurant, you pay $20 for a bowl of French onion soup. This does not. It's not on that scale. But you go to like, say like McDonald's and Wendy's and Harvey's all had French onion soup. Tim Hortons is it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not because I'm French, it doesn't make me an expert.
Well, that's not why I said it either, but
Et les French soup, les oignons.
so that's the last one though, yeah?
Yeah, that's it for the lightning round.
Gang
Like-
gang.
I was slacking on that one.
But however, I also realized too, I don't think I expressed to you that, because we've discussed lately that we should start telling guests. I thought it was cool that we surprised them with the like, hey, you want to freestyle? And they're like, oh yeah. Because then it also puts them on their toes and they don't know what to expect. And then all of a sudden it happens. And then it's like tests their skills as well. But we have discussed it and we thought we should tell them beforehand so that they know what's happening, because we've had people that come on, they're like, oh, I don't want to freestyle.
I mean, I can't
So-
really freestyle, but
No,
I
and-
know I can. Well, I mean, not that I can't. I know I can, but it doesn't. It's like a magical moment. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I was just trying to give you an out and say that I should have warned you that we were going to do a
Are we
freestyle
we're
thing.
all spitting bars.
No, it's just a you thing.
Yeah,
We-
just you.
I mean, we probably, I don't know if I could.
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
could.
Someone asked me to spit bars the other day. I'm like, no. And they're like, okay, like, you have, like, because I was just telling them, like, oh, I have like a few songs and stuff. Like, oh, you have these songs, but, and they're from a long time ago, but you don't remember them? Or, like, you can't, like, spit them for me? I'm like, not really. And, like, all I could think of was fucking learning curve. And I'm like, I'm not going to stand here and rap these bars to you because, like, it's just, like, kind of vulgar and, like,
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm like, I don't know, that's the only one I remember.
Whenever I freestyle, that's whenever I get all vulgar and just say, like, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, nasty stuff that makes.
That's
no
what makes
sense.
you. That's what separates you from all the Razzas and the Razzonnator. You know what I mean? That's
I
what
hope I'm the
separates
only
you.
one That's a
That's what
Razzonnator.
separates you. Imagine that.
Razzonnator.
Imagine somebody somewhere on the other side of the planet was like, "I'm going with Raz. This is sick." Yeah, man, look at all the Razzes on here. I'm gonna be the Razzonator. And they had the same decision and the same name and the same fucking.
It's so hard to find a good fucking name, man. Everything's been done at this point. I feel.
That's true. Yeah, everything's fucking young. Everything. But like I said, there's the fucking young lean. Little Windex, fucking. There's a young everything. There's a little
Yeah.
little
Windex.
everything. There's a fucking. It's all out there. The OG so and so and fucking. It's
Yeah.
all out there.
Just gotta
So
put a different prefix on it, like this. Like, so we've got the
you got the youngs and the littles.
and we gotta start.
Got to use the word jit now.
Yeah.
jit.
Yeah. So jit.
Is like
So-
legit.
No, so actually, I was just thinking of this today, actually, and I don't know why it popped into my head, but so like jit is like a youth or like a young person.
Or like a midget.
So like a jit, but the thing is I always thought jit like they're like, oh,
Is
like,
that not politically
or
correct?
they'd be like, yo, he's a jit, and I was like, what's a jit? And I was like, oh, it must mean like that dude's legit, like, yo, this guy's real, or like this is like the thing, right? So I was like, okay, yeah, but then I found out what it is like a jit is like a young person, like it's a way for you to like little bro somebody. Like,
Right.
oh, like it's like calling someone bud, like, hey bud.
Okay.
It's just like hey jit, you know, like, or like when you
Never heard
say
that one
you
before.
wouldn't say like jit in that way though, like hey jit or like what's up jit. It'd be like say like somebody like chirped you or someone was saying something, you'd be like why are you talking to me like that? Like when you're a jit, you know what I mean? Like you're just a jit. Why are you like coming at me like that? You know?
Right,
Right.
So it's just like a little like person. I don't use that word. I just, where did it come from? Why did I say it?
You were just a different prefix instead.
Oh
of
yeah,
Lil
so it'd be like
or
Jit,
young.
Jit Styles, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it'd be like little kid Styles or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, shout out Malcolm, Kid Styles.
Hey.
Or whatever was that what it was? Kid Styles?
Kid Styles.
Yeah, that was his.
Yeah, with Malcolm.
Yeah, that was his old name, wasn't it?
Oh no, it was Dope Kid.
Yeah, Dope Kid.
Dope
Dope
Kid.
Kid.
I've seen that. Yeah.
But he used to go by Styles though, or something.
I'm not sure.
I'd call him, but I can't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Damn,
no,
we're
I
gonna have
think,
to
but
look
I
into
think
that
it was
now.
Dope Kid Styles or something. or-
Yeah, no, I think you might be right.
I was just, it's funny because I was just about to concede and go, actually, you know what, it might be a different person, but I think it was him. He was something
Yeah.
Styles. Anyways, so want to switch first?
Oh boy.
You don't have to either. I'm just fucking.
Yeah,
Before
no,
we shut
yeah,
it down,
it's
I
on
wanted to
you, yeah.
revisit the.
I can try, but I'm gonna fail miserably.
Yeah, you can spit your own
Hey,
shit.
man,
Actually, you know what?
fucking-
I think don't we have like kin beats too?
Yeah, we have 3 Kim beats.
We
that
got
could
Kin
probably
beats, so-
use.
Whatever you
Yeah.
want. I mean, let's.
How are we
hear it.
doing
Let's
it?
hear it.
I
Let's
can
hear
play
it.
a Ken beat.
You got
Yeah.
them? Yeah. Okay.
Give me a
Something
sec here to
more
cue
boom
this
bap-ish.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got 3 of these beats, whichever one you're feeling. So if you're not feeling it, just say next. Or
Okay.
whatever. We'll run through it.
Shout out the guy Twigs, by the way.
Yeah.
We went to say bye to him, but we heard like some music going down. Like there was an artist in the
Session
studio,
happening.
so we didn't want to go in because it also sounded like it was on.
Sorry. to interrupt.
I've heard
Oh,
this
it's
one
good, we're
before.
in. Yeah, no doubt.
I've heard this one before. Mm. Man, I don't know. Man, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to find a flow, but here I go. I'm trying to find the microphone. Oh shit, it's right in front of me.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta use my eyes before I can see. I don't look around with my 2 fingers on this couch is where I motherfucking linger. I got this spotlight shining on me, but hey, whatever. I'm drinking this Corona, homie, and I'm sitting here. I'm making it clear. I know that I've got a little bit talent in here. You see? Now I was about to choke, but hey, I'm telling motherfuckers, I ain't no joke. Here we go. It's R-A-Z-Z on the motherfucking microphone. Here we go again from the 613. I'm from Embrun, y'all don't know me. I'm from the fucking boonies, the 780 from 613. From Prescott Russell to Peace Country. I'm still hungry, and I will eat a fucking MC like I eat lunch meat besides 2 buns with seeds. I don't need no guns to squeeze, I've got lyrical schemes instead. Oh, here we go again on my Cheerio. Eating that shit up like I was watching CNN. Nah, fuck that shit, that's a motherfucking lie, my friend. I don't really do that. A motherfucker better scat. I drive around in my fucking Tesla doing fart noises. Yeah, I'm making all the boys laugh. Ha! Whatever the fuck they want to say about me, I don't really give a fuck about you haters because see, I'm on all 4G audio podcast, rapping with the motherfucking homies, you know that. Ottawa, you better get ready. Y'all don't know about this boy, I'm about to go steady on the microphone. Y'all can't leave me alone with my 46 chromosomes, motherfucker. Yeah, a real shit, hip hop. You know I do this and I've been doing this since the age of 13. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Kiss my dick, bitch. Yeah. Whoop.
Razzonnator.
Fuck your motherfucking opinion. It's all on you. Not my fault that you don't like me.
No.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 1 second here. Fucking lie.
I honestly,
Come on here and lie to us like this.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know that I could.
Come on here and
do
fucking
this.
lie to us like this.
I honestly didn't know that I could do this.
Yo, that was
It's the only person to come on here and lie to us like this. I don't.
I'd rather like I'd rather you not know that I'm good.
No, that's true. That's true though. Especially okay. You go like like say I'm trying to think of a good example that could. But yeah, no. You say if you just set the bar low and
Yeah,
you
you
think
set the
okay,
bar
don't
low.
expect anything
Yeah.
crazy,
And
and then if you like do mediocre, they're like, well, that's crazy, right? So I get you, but at the same time, come on here and lie to us.
Yeah.
No, I was like even too like
lie to
literally-
us here in
literally,
Ottawa. Sorry, I
even-
don't need to talk too close.
even just in the first like little bit, like I was like, this guy like just straight up lied to us. But no, but like it's just funny because you're like, oh, I don't really freestyle. So I'm like, okay, cool. You want to spit some shit? So then you're like, okay, cool. I'll spit some shit. But all I thought was, okay, okay, if he doesn't freestyle, but he wants to spit some shit, and probably bars that he wrote before or that are already in a song or something, right? Like you already have it. But you were obviously saying all the stuff
I'll be
in
honest
the room
with
and
you,
stuff.
like
So I was like, what the fuck,
10%?
man? I'm like,
10% of it was written. Only 10%.
Yeah.
That's all.
The
right.
rest of it, I don't know. It was just
You're still
fucking-
pulling it off the top of your head,
But
though,
yeah.
right?
come on here and lie to us.
Hey,
But no, but why? And like there was even like there was one line specifically you said something about like something about Raz with the double Z or something like that. And at that point I was like, okay, that sounds like something that he like has in his back pocket type thing. But no, like I said, when you were talking about stuff in the room and this and that and like whatever, I'm like, oh, I can't freestyle, but
Yeah.
hold on, I'll try.
I mean, I love hip hop, man.
I was sick though. That's what
But
I'm trying
I
to say.
see,
was
but
sick.
I'm not a battle rapper. I would never go against somebody and be like, yo, I'm the shit, fuck you, and blah 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 blah. I would never do that.
That's funny with a name like Razzonnator. It'd be a perfect like
Yeah.
battle rap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, true that. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah,
Razzonnator.
just Razzonate.
I murder you. It's in my
Razzon,
nature. Yeah, you best believe her. Mr. Cleaver.
That almost had like a what do you call it? Like a Jamaican, like a dance hall feel.
Bum, chicka, bum, 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 chicka.
Oh shit! No, that was fucking fire, man. Like
Thank
I said,
you. Thank
fucking,
you.
oh, I can't fucking. I don't.
I
freestyle.
hope I made it interesting, man. Like,
No, that was
for
sick,
sure,
man. That
man.
was definitely fucking. Especially,
That's cool.
well, I was gonna say, especially because like I expected some written shit just by the way you were talking. But again, that's how you do it, right? Set it up so everyone's expecting this, and then you give them one of these.
That's it.
Just hit them with the top.
yeah, man.
Oh shit. Any motherfucking way. Gang, baby. Thanks for tuning in. I just want to say, appreciate you, Razzonnator.
I appreciate
Um,
you guys.
Thanks for
honestly.
coming out,
Thank
man.
you. I have a question for you before we end this,
Yeah.
Okay.
if we have time.
We do.
Absolutely.
Okay. Where do I find the best fucking poutine around
Okay.
this
Oh,
area,
yeah.
man?
I have a great answer for you.
Oh,
Right
please.
now, the best poutine
Yeah.
that we have scored and that I have probably like maybe ever eaten in my life is in Carlton Place.
Ooh, holy
And
fuck, that's far, man.
It's the Pitmaster. I think it's called like
Yeah.
CP Pitmaster
Yeah,
or something like
that's it.
that. Dude, they make everything though. They make like their fucking smoker. It's like a barbecue place, right? It's a smoker and it's like a 20 or like 24-foot smoker. So they put on like hundreds of pounds of meat a day. So there's like pulled pork, there's like beef brisket, there's like ribs, there's like chicken wings, there's like fried chicken.
Oh,
There's like like I said, the
My
poutines,
God.
but you can get like a poutine with any of the meats on it. Whatever, but just to focus on the poutine,
mhm.
the fucking gravy. So like
This is intense, man.
whoa.
This is
So
bigger than music right now, man.
the fries.
Yeah.
See that? I went right to the gravy.
Yeah.
The fries. The fries are I don't know anything about the fries. Except that they're deep fried in beef tallow, which I don't know what it is. And he said it, and I just pretended to know what it was.
Must
But
be some sort of beef
it's a-
broth. probably,
But yeah,
something like
exactly.
that.
So it's obviously something for more flavor because these fries were delicious. They're also like that like brown crispy anyways. Then the fucking man, literally my mouth is like fucking watering.
Yeah.
I'm
maybe
trying to
we
stop
are.
myself from drooling. Because it's anyways. The cheese curds, I can't tell you any information about the cheese curds other than they're just like every other St. Albert's cheese curd, which is up to a standard, right?
Man, that hits close
What?
to home, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, eh?
Shout out to Saint Albert, man. Embrun, Cass, you know.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man, this gravy, dude, like I said, this is a fucking barbecue. Like, they smoke their fucking meat and shit like that. So this gravy, I don't know where they fucking find it in the meat or whatever the fuck, but it's like some kind of like smoky, like it's gravy, obviously, right? But it's got like a smoky fucking flavor to it because they make it out of the grease from the fucking smoked meat and shit, right? So it's got this like, I don't know, man. It's actually really good. And I will say, disclaimer or like whatever, I will say that like a good friend of mine owns this restaurant, but it's literally like possibly the best
Nice.
poutine I've ever eaten in my life. And all the food's amazing. Whatever you got, like cornbread and shit too. Like he's got all the great shit. But I only say that to say that like some people, you know, I probably shouldn't even said that at all. But some people are like, oh, you're biased because it's your friend's place. Like line up fucking like 100 poutines for me right now from like say 100 kilometers from fucking Ottawa type shit. And this is the one. Like that is the one. The only one that I could think of that was like close was just because I'm like a fucking pig. But this place, man, like literally they just put like cheese curds,
Fucking DJ.
more cheese curds, more cheese curds.
Oh.
And that was just the bottom half. And then they put the gravy, then they put couple fries, and then cheese curds.
Oh my
and
goodness.
cheese curds. So like it wasn't the quality of the poutine, it was just that
Jeez.
like it'd be like if
The
you got a
presentation.
blowjob while eating a poutine.
Yeah.
That's a fucking 9.9, if not a 10, right? You're like, holy shit. I don't care what the poutine tastes like or is made of, like it's right. So I'm just saying, you put a lot of cheese on a poutine, that's fucking amazing. So, like I said, I don't even know why I said that. Oh, I was saying it to compare it to that. There's either way. Like I said, my friend owns this place. I'm not saying this in his fucking advantage or whatever.
it's
It
your
is
taste
literally
buds,
the
Not
fucking best.
sponsored.
Yeah, it's like, but I literally the best. So it's the best one that we have done that we have scored. But I've eaten probably fucking hundreds of poutines from hundreds of other places before we did the poutine review, and just all together, this is the one that like I said, I'm like drooling on myself thinking about it. Like it's that good, and like But so if anybody's gonna go get a poutine with our advice, that's the place.
Awesome. Man.
Yeah, and I mean it's probably the same distance as you are out of the city on the exact opposite side of the city.
So when
Yeah.
are they open till?
They
Probably
might
close right now.
They
Huh?
might be open. Oh, they're closed now for sure. But I thought you meant like with the winter and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I think they're closed. They're open all winter. I think.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's like a building.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like just like a barbecue outdoor thing.
yeah. Cool.
But no, that's the best one if you're gonna go. Or there's also this other place too. We'd never scored it. It wasn't on our fucking poutine review, but it's and I don't know where exactly it is. But if you're driving somewhere between like Gatineau and like Shawville type thing, somewhere in there's a place where you stop, and it's almost like like you go in the fair. In the middle of the fair, there's like the pizza place and like the ice cream place and the this and that. It's like that, but there's no fair. It's just like you roll up into a parking lot and there's the pizza place, the fucking ice cream place, the chip stand, the burger place and shit. Like,
Nice.
but they had a fucking really, really, really good poutine. I just don't remember where it was. I feel
Anywhere in
like
Quebec, man. Anywhere. In
and that's true too.
Shout
yeah.
out to Quebec, man.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Any French, seriously, real talk, man. Like Quebec artists, hip hop artists, that rap in le français, man. Shout out to all you people, man. Shout out to Detrack. Check out his album Hall. He's pretty dope, man. I think he deserves the recognition, man. He's fucking dope.
I was just saying, and I know we're trying to wrap it up, but I just was saying to somebody because Twigs was having shout out Twigs, by the way, at Burrow Media.
shout out Twigs.
Yeah.
Shout out Flax too.
Fucking right, shout out Fox.
Oh, yeah.
November 30th, fucking Full Extraction coming out. But no, so I was talking to Twigs. He said that he had an artist coming in from Montreal, and he's a French guy, right? Like, but he like raps in French too. I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. And I said like, he was like, it's hard because like he's like it sounds good and shit, but he's like I don't know what he's saying and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm like, yo, there's this guy actually fuck shout out Cedric. I can't speak French, but his name's Cedric. But yeah, but he we had Tamel Garnier. So I met that guy at Rockfest, right? He was like a neighbor type thing. So I met him there briefly, whatever. Kind of became friends. So then I met like Tamal, and Tamal came on the show. Tamal Garnier, shout out Tamal Garnier. And he said that I saw a picture of him with this Cedric guy, and I'm like, yo, dude, how do you know that guy? He goes, oh, I play guitar in his band or drums or something, right? I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, man. So then I started listening to this guy's music, and I had listened to his music before whenever I met him, but he was doing more rap then. So I listened to this music, and like some of his shit, like he plays guitar and sings, but he did a show where like instead of like playing the music, he did it like a rap show where you have the music playing from a fucking
Like
DJ type thing, and then you like sing over it. But he was singing his music because he's like a singer, not like a rapper anymore. But he's like very passionate. He's like singing and like yelling, and he's very like and and it sounds really good. But I'm like, like I want to get into it
Yeah.
so bad, but I'm like, and especially too because I know the guy like in a way, and I kind of want to support, but I'm like, I just don't know what the fuck he's saying. Like it sounds good, and I feel his passion and the way he yells and stuff. But I'm like,
I mean, it's like if you listen to Rammstein,
hear what he's
you
saying. Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
honestly.
Who I saw at Rockfest. I didn't see them. I didn't watch them. I actually was a couple blocks away at my buddy's camper, but the sound was bouncing off the wall, so we could hear it. But
Fuck yeah.
all right.
Well,
right on.
Fucking way.
Yeah,
Gang,
yeah.
like I
Yo,
said.
this was fun, man. Thank
Hey.
you very much, guys.
No,
man.
thank
Our
you, man.
pleasure, bro.
Appreciate
Anybody
you.
who watched this, man, honestly, that
Yeah.
was this is a blessing, man. Like, honestly, this is pretty cool.
Fucking right, man. Thanks for coming out, though.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Love you. Anybody who's watching.
Tell them where to find you and what you got coming out.
Well, I've got a couple of releases. I think I've got a couple of instrumentals left coming out until December 17th. There's gonna be a new track soon coming out called "Take It Back." So
Okay.
stay tuned. I think that will be coming out in December. I think this is my last track that's coming out for this year, for
Okay.
2021. So that'll probably wrap up 2021. But definitely, I plan on working on some new stuff for 2022. Make it fresh. Make it sound like the dopest fucking shit y'all have ever heard, man. You know, straight up from the fucking boonies, man. You know, representing
The skirt.
the 613. Represent the people that rap, represent the people that love the
Yeah.
bonfires, represent the people that hunt fish, you know.
Shit,
all
I was
these
going to bring
people,
some
man.
moonshine tonight. Shit, I should have, man. Speaking of all of those
You know,
things.
so, and yeah, you know, I'm not, you know, a country boy at heart, but I do
Yeah.
have some country boy traits.
I'm too
I
city
do,
for the country folk, and I'm too country for the city folk.
Yeah.
Man, exactly. I appreciate some city elements, man, like the people, the environment. You know, you can talk to any stranger and make a new friend in the city.
Yeah.
Out where I'm from, it's like, do people know I exist?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys.
Hey,
Fucking
thank
right.
you, man.
Gang, I
Appreciate
am
you.
Razzonnator. Is that what it is?
I am the Razzonnator
The
on
Razzonnator.
Instagram, Spotify, Razzonnator. Check me out, man. Peace.
Fucking right. Yeah, go check them out. Again, we're the 4G Audio Podcast, and my name is fucking Styles of Prophet,
I am B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
and I did that backwards. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Gang, happy Friday. Have a good weekend. And again, appreciate you, Razzonnator, for coming through, man. Thank
Buy
you.
Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, Filecoin is the only one that's up right now.
Damn.
All right.
You heard it.
Gang.
Peace.
Peace out. Which file?